realize.
The year is 6010 AD. The world, yes, is still around. No matter how much shit we humans fucked up, we are still for some reason allowed to populate the multiverse. Not only were we allowed to populate it, but with the help of the Eldrin race, we were able to carve out a nice chunk of space called the Armethian Empire. We are now able to mix magic and machine to some degree of success. We know there are multiple realities of existence, cyberspace and the spirit world being two of them. We are warp drive capable. Teleportation is in its beginning stages, and thanks to Digicom, there is an intergalactic network of space communication so that you can make a long-distance call to Grandma on Indus 12. There are alien races all over the Earth, and our empire that we have conquered or allied with, and they live among us freely. There is still much racism. Of course, not between humans anymore, because we have found somebody else to fuck with. The world is a dump. There have been at least 3 apocalyptic scenarios. The asteroid in 2206, holding an artifact capable of opening a gate to hell, was the first. Odd that it had perfectly moved through space on a trajectory that would hit us. Who could have done that, I wonder? Really? Lucar, you guys are assholes. The Lucar are a race that have been around long before humans. They have time-altering technology and pretty much rule the Milky Way galaxy. They do not allow us lower races into their territory. Usually, they blow up any ship that comes near or worse. Thanks to the elves and their divination magic, they were able to help us stop our total annihilation and events that would have led to their own demise as well. The other apocalyptic events were like us hitting the reset button several times, all while learning pretty much nothing new from the destruction. North America is covered in a wasteland of acid rain and twisted metal, with mutated clans fighting out beyond the walls of the megatropolis. To top it all off, there is a new system of government that the Empire has placed within the cities to control the masses, and it is a theocracy. Haven is governed by the Church, that they ironically call the Order. These temples of the new religion called the Tao, the Path, or the Way, are all over the Earth. Monks, Templars, and priests of the Path of Light are able to kick your ass and drag you to jail. The police force does still coexist. They are the Night Watch, Haven City PD, and operate under the jurisdiction of the Order. There are also major corporations that pay the Empire enough to hold their own jurisdictions in areas called corporate grounds. Your crew is a group of shadow operatives hired by Alliance Industries to do their dirty work. They sometimes hire outside subcontractors to do jobs for them, so they don't have to send their own agents out of jurisdiction. You have worked together as a team for nearly a year, but in all that time, you have only scored 3 jobs with Alliance Industries. This is one of them. As the camera pans down over the crowded city of Haven, the city is alive with neon, holographic advertisements, and streams of hovering vehicles moving through the rain showers of the night sky. Down between the cracks of the superstructures, we pan towards the steamy city streets, where we come to see a vehicle, a Dundra. The beat-up van turns the corner, blasting loud music on their destination, which is, surely, somewhere towards trouble. There's a map of the North America, kind of what it looks like here. If you guys can see that.
No.
Let me see here.
You might have to move the red tab over to the other map.
Oh, I see. It would help to put it in all players' journals, I think.
Yes. There we go.
Aha, there we go.
I see it.
And that was that horrific long description I just gave you of kind of like the setting, and I wanted to give you a little bit about the setting in bring you into the scene here. So now we pan down into your van, which is your driver, Vega. Vega, you're driving this kind of beat up white van, and listening to your music and stuff. And the rest of you guys are in the back. You're either, getting weapons ready or whatever, and you're on your way to a job, which I'm about to describe for you here. And you can go ahead and explain your characters or introduce your characters if you like.
So Vega, he has one hand on the wheel, and he goes to light a cigarette with his other hand. He is using his one hand to try and keep steer while one knee is pressed up against the bottom of the wheel, and he reaches around in a back pocket, leaning forward, chest almost into the steering wheel, as he pulls out an old beat up and battered silver lighter. It's a rare item, something of an antique, and he keeps trying to beat it against the side of his thigh, trying to get it to light while the cigarette is hanging out of his mouth. And he finally snaps the lighter against his leg, hits the flint, and it lights up. Smiling and happy with himself, he turns around and looks at the rest of the group in the back, shaking his head and smiling as he lights his cigarette and smoke gets in his eyes, and he kind of swerves just a little bit and goes back to driving. Oh, we're going to be okay, guys. We're going to be okay. We'll be there soon, I promise.
Awesome.
Mutt.
Who's in the back?
Mutt is at the back. Mutt is half human, half android, a patchwork of biologic and synthetic. He stands at about 6'2", close crop hair, and he has a wry smile on his face all the time. He's checking his notes, kind of reading up on what the mission is going to be. Kind of raises an eyebrow looking at Vega's driving. And Erroneous, driver, you seem to be distracted by your biologic functions, incapable of getting us from point A to point B.
And Vega takes his sunglasses off and kind of rubs his eyes with his sunglasses in his hand pressed up against his forehead, and then he puts his sunglasses back on. I don't know what you're talking about, Math Man, but I know what I'm doing, so let's just go ahead and get to where we need to go, and we'll get this job done. We've been through this before, we can do it again. Have I ever killed us?
I stand corrected for now. But the future holds many possibilities, and death at your hands at the wheel, the percentages of that keep growing. Eyes front
Vega
now.
spins around in his seat and looks right back at him. I want a yes or no. Have I ever killed us? You're sitting right there talking to me, and I don't think you're dead yet, so tell me, have I ever killed us? And he's just looking back the whole time while driving forward.
Mutt smiles but doesn't say anything.
Vega whips back around, keeps his eyes on the road.
And designation D9, nickname Saris, will be looking over her guns. She has a large pistol on her hip there, and she's working on her shotgun, kind of inspecting it over. She's fairly heavily armored, and no apparent biological matter is showing at the time. She has a screen built into her helmet, which is really the only way that she's ever displayed any facial emotions in the past year, not really showing anyone her face. She more or less has very annoyed body language, kind of looking between Mutt and Vega there. I think it is best that you keep your eyes on the road, lest you kill us. I know you say that you have not yet, but there is still much time.
talk and kind of pans to the far back of this van. You see sort of a half-elf, fairly pale, longer, blondish hair. And he's just sitting back there playing with just little gadgets. He's got something strapped on his arm that he's kind of tinkering with, typing into. He just looks up with a kind of a half smile. Not yet. Not yet. He hasn't killed us. Maybe the day will come. You never know. You can run numbers in your cybernetic or whatever brains that you have, all that you would like. But the numbers can never really actually calculate what will happen in this physical world. So try all you may. 262 years on this life have I lived. Surely his driving is not the scariest thing I've ever encountered.
And with that, Vega takes his eyes off the road again and spins around and just gives them all a big smile.
And Cyrus leans forward and grabs Vega's head and turns it around physically. Keep your eyes on the road, the biologic.
Oh, you don't gotta be so handsy. He's kind of using one hand to swat over his shoulder, trying to swat her away.
She removes her hand and sits back, continuing to inspect her weapon. Ugh, your smoking is disgusting.
About that time, you're getting a phone call on your dash there.
So Vega goes ahead and reaches over and hits the connect on the comms there. It's Vega. Who's this?
Display pops up. Alliance Industries, Agent 72. He comes over the comm. His face is blacked out, of course. You never really get to see this guy. But he's pretty much your handler for any jobs through Alliance Industries. He comes over. Are you headed to the target's apartment now? Area 7, Sector 15, on the corner of Gray Street and Talbot.
Oh yeah, we're on our way right now.
Excellent. It's apartment 42. It's on the 4th floor. I have just been cleared to double your normal rate, 30,000 credits for the data chip. Target's name is Ben Glass. Goes by the alias Trip. He is most likely armed and dangerous. He did a lot of work for Alliance Industries until he went rogue and started to sell fragile information. Just get the data chip intact. File code V340293. We call it the V file. We don't care what happens to Trip. Is that all clear?
Well, I think I got that clear. You want the V chip. That's what you said, right? Something about the V chip.
Yeah, the V chip. He says 30,000 credits. He's like, I'm sending you Trip's dossier now.
All right, well, we're on our way there. We'll make sure to get that V chip.
Excellent. Agent 72 out.
Oh yeah, Agent Vega out. And he smiles and blows some smoke out.
And then you see a file coming through. There we go. Should be available for you guys to all see. Should have an Alliance Industries file and a dossier on your target there.
Yep.
Excellent. Target Ben Glass, alias Trip. There's the file on there. I'm not going to read it out for you guys, but he is specialization in genetics, reconstruction, bionetics, cosmetic implants, and biological mutation. I'd imagine he might have worked with you guys before, maybe doing some of your cybernetic upgrades for those of you who are Revenant. You might say you might know him, or have run into him a few times at least. But if you would like to review the dossier file, there it is for you. So you know where you're going, and you know what your target is.
And Vega will kind of take a drag without holding the cigarette. He just sits in his mouth and he just kind of sucks in and blows some smoke out, both hands on the wheel this time. And he kind of just not tosses his head back like he's talking to the back. All right, we've got an added bonus to our mission here. We got to get this V chip, and he goes ahead and he remotely hands the dossier over to everyone else. It's this guy here, Trip. You look familiar, any of you?
I recognize him. Disappointing. He did good work.
Is there, given that I'm a tracer and have, I'm assuming in our current form, I can access some sort of a World Wide Web or mesh network?
Yes, actually, in your comm lab, which is pretty much like a smartphone, but yeah, the same thing. You also have, you might have a comm link, which is more kind of like a Bluetooth. I believe it's on your character, but in your equipment near your belt, if you have the comm lab, I'm pretty sure you do.
Okay.
You can access.
And then I would like, try to see if there's some skill I can roll to get us some kind of information, something that's not in the file, but useful for us to know when we infiltrate Trip's residence.
Do you have the research skill by any chance?
Trailing, concealment, thaumaturgy, parapsychology, observation, forensics. No, I do not. So I guess.
Okay. You can make an intelligence check. And I did want to ask the driver, do you want to hit it on autopilot, take it easy on the wheel, or do you want to kind of speed up and try to get to the location faster?
Oh no. Faster is always better. Faster, faster, faster.
All right, cool. Make a pilot landcraft check. Awesome. Cool. The target number was 4, so you're good. All right, speeding off around the corner, you guys take off, and you are, you want to check out your comm lab, maybe see if you can find out some information?
Yes.
Anything new?
Yes. So
you can make an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Oh, nice. Target number 8. All right, I'm going to bring you guys over to this. You do know that this, as you're pulling up the files and stuff, he's not registered at this location, but there is another name that's registered. It's a female name, and she is considered armed and dangerous and a criminal. She's been arrested several times. So whoever he's shacked up with is pretty much bad news as well. Other than that, nothing much comes to mind. I'm going to bring you guys over to the map here.
Well, it seems like Mr. Tripp is currently residing with an undesirable female biologic, armed and dangerous as well. It would seem we might have 2 targets at the end of this road.
Did you say 2 targets?
Yes, possibly 2 targets. The file also says that this man is a master at decoys and androids. So it's quite possible that whatever we walk into is possibly booby-trapped.
And with that, Vega spins around in his seat. As he spins around, he lifts his sunglasses up onto his forehead. Did you say booby-trapped, or are we walking into a trap? Are those suits going to be paying us more for all this? What the hell's going on now? I thought this was going to be a simple snatch and grab.
Mr. Vega, if you would please look ahead. I believe vocals are omnidirectional, and I can hear you even with your head facing the right direction.
Vega spins back around in his seat and he thrusts his head forward so that his sunglasses fall off of his forehead and back down onto his nose.
Do you need me to hold your head forward?
A thought occurred to me. Is it possible that this is why they decided to double our rate in the
Maybe.
first place?
2 for 1.
It is
I
quite
think they-
possible Mr. Vega doesn't possess, how does one say, the gift of the gab to negotiate on our behalf. So it is quite possible that the increase in amount is most assuredly for the two targets.
Well, I would have to definitely agree with that. I believe that they would have done research on their end. If that makes any sense to you, Mr. Logicbot. He flashes a wild grin.
Well, we are not Alliance Industries, we are not Ronin, we are expendable. Given the fact that we have done a limited number of missions with Alliance Industries, to me it would seem that while they would like this matter resolved towards an end that they would prefer, if there are loss of personnel, it's none of theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And we only get paid upon completion of mission, so technically they're not spending anything just yet.
Right. That's correct, and they're not liable for what happens to us, so they don't really care.
I know they don't care about me, but I just don't like being called expendable.
All right. So, Mr. Expendable Driver, how about, or how long before we're there?
We're going to be there right now in shakes of a lamb's tail. Any moment now.
All right, about then, you guys pull up outside the apartment complex, and you notice there's a couple of homeless guys outside smoking a cigarette. The rain is coming down lightly in the alleyway, and do you want to hide your vehicle in the alleyway, or do you want to pull up out front, park in the normal parking area?
I think I'm going to park right over here, about half a block away, right in this alleyway, right here. You all
All
okay with that?
It is acceptable.
Park wherever you like. It's your vehicle.
That's right. Don't you forget it now.
All right, everybody going into the entrance?
Not just yet. As Mutt steps out of the vehicle, he kind of dusts himself. While the vehicle is the only transportation they have, he would have preferred something a little more aesthetic and cleaner, but then one cannot choose when one has little means as Mutt. He looks around, and what do I see? Is there maybe something I would like to observe my environment? If there are any, how does one say, spotters, lookouts?
Outside, you can go ahead and make an observation check when you're outside the building.
Okay. So just to let you know, we are right now seeing a black screen.
Yes.
So I don't know if we need to be moved to a different map or we are on a GM screen and need to be popped up.
Yeah, all I have is this alleyway here,
Okay. So
and until you guys go into the building, actually.
Okay. So then let me just roll it off my sheet. Not a problem. Skill roll, observation. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, looking up at the
what I'm sorry, this is out of character. What we're asking is, are we supposed to be seeing an alleyway, or is it the screen supposed to be black?
I was actually waiting for you guys to go into the building to.
Oh, okay. All right,
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
We were worried.
Sorry, yeah. so outside of the place, it looks, there are a few windows. It seems like the windows skip a floor every here and then,
Mhm.
there's like, there's windows on the first floor, and then there's windows on the third floor, and then there's windows on the fifth floor. And this place is supposed to be on the fourth floor. It's actually supposed to be like a 2-story pad. But looking up with your observation skill, the rain's coming down. The buildings to the next of you are all pretty much apartment complexes. And you can see that there doesn't seem to or appear to be like any sentries in the windows or anything like that, or any guards even at the entranceway of this place. It looks pretty run down, except for the 2 bums outside.
Now, are there like any, by chance, are there any cameras, or is there a camera system or anything that we can see?
No, you don't see any cameras at all from this area.
Any type
It
of
looks pretty
security on it?
slummy.
Well, it looks to be all right. This does not seem to be any untoward activity that seems to be alert to our presence.
Whatever it is, we can handle it. Or at least, I can handle it.
Why don't you run the calculations and see what the odds are that that place crumbles in on top of us as we're inside of it?
Why do you always assume that we do calculations?
Well, I'm kind of with the pointy over there. Well, I thought you all just did calculations in your head all day, too.
Didn't know you agreed with the half-breed.
I do it just to poke fun.
We start walking into the building, and Mutt is calculating away. With a slight variation, he's worried a bit that Mr. Vega here would inadvertently walk into a wall, the wall would crumble, the ceilings would come down, and as Mr. Aramil said, the building is brought down by a. How does one put it?
Yeah, well, Vega just goes in and he walks right into the building. I don't care who sees him. We parked about a block away. There ain't no one here that's looking for us.
I'd still be careful. Just stay behind me, Squishy. And
Behind you.
she'll poke Vega kind of in the stomach. You're soft.
All right then, Liz. I'll go ahead and walk behind you.
Maybe
I don't
so.
like it when you leave, but I like watching you go, so you go ahead.
Disgusting. And she'll keep kind of going up to where they're supposed to be going. Is there stairs or it's like an elevator?
Yeah, there are stairs. You see the elevator is broken, and the place is like really slum town. The reason there's no cameras or no security. You can see some people in the back smoking some blue ice, and the stairs go winding up towards the 4th floor of where your location is. Nobody pays attention to you guys as you come in through the entrance there. You can see there's small square mailbox areas, all numbered. And you do see the target's mailbox as well. And the woman's name is written on it outside there. Apartment 42. Her name is Melsa Raymer.
What? Is there any way that you might be able to determine the amount of exits in this building? Any way that they could escape, routes, any of that?
Yeah, you can check around back actually if you want to in the back alley.
Yeah, you two walking computers. Pointy's got a point there. You see what I did there? Could you pull up some schematics or something like that?
Yes, hold up. Let me take my arm out and pull up a holographic map. Oh wait, no, I don't have it installed.
I think she was trying to make fun of me with that right there.
I was.
I think so, Vega. Her wit may be on par with yours. Definitely just as charming.
I think you just took a dig at me too.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Let's just keep going. We've got some money to make here.
How about we check her mailbox first? And Cyrus will walk over to her mailbox and attempt to open it.
Yeah, you can tell it's locked.
Can I rip it open?
Yeah, make a strength check.
Okay. Let's see here. I think I did.
Blip. Yeah, you're easily like bust the latch off. You can see it's full of mail. Looks like it's been untouched for maybe 2 weeks.
Anything interesting? Anything that pops out besides junk mail?
Yeah, it's all junk.
She'll throw it all onto the floor. People need to check their mail. Disgusting.
While she's doing that, Vega's walking over to the stairway banister, and he kind of leans into the banister while he's looking up the stairs, the flight of stairs, as far up as he can.
Yeah, you can see it goes all the way up. Probably the 6th floor is the top, and it's trashy all the way up. But there are no signs of life, no movement up the stairs.
All right, Pointy, how about you go first?
I believe Sarah said that we should go behind her as we're so squishy.
Oh, well, that's right.
It is indeed what I said. And
And-
she'll walk towards the two there. There's Mutt.
In no time, you guys are up the stairs and into the hallway before the door. Room 42.
Okay.
And you can see the door is pretty well constructed, but it has already been tampered with. You can tell that the lock has already been a bypass has been run on it, and the wires have been crossed, and you can see that the door is cracked open a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and drop you guys in there. I think the half-elf is the only one that's going to actually have really good vision. The rest of you guys have kind of put on a flashlight type of thing.
Did you move the red banner to the new page?
Yeah, I don't see.
I still see nothing.
Yeah, I'm about to put you guys in there, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm glad I didn't move it yet because I threw you guys in and you guys flew into a bunch of different rooms. All right, can you guys see now?
Yes.
All right, the door is cracked open, and as you guys move into the room, you can hear what sounds like a television on in the room to the left. The apartment seems like totally quiet, kind of creepy actually, and there seems to be no life signs at all. Who wants to go first? Saris, you moving in at point?
Yep, Sarah's will move in a point, and the noise is coming from the door to the left, yeah?
Yeah, kind of over here in this room here.
Okay. There's a door on the right here, correct?
Yes, there's a door a little bit farther on the right.
Alright. She's gonna clear that door first.
Okay.
It's all the way up there, okay.
There's one, there should be one right here too. Can you see that?
If I move over there.
You know what?
Terrifying.
Just take a token and start rotating around, and then you should be able to see different angles.
Oh man, how do I rotate my token?
So if you click on it, you should see a little blue box pop up right above the 3 bars that you can then click on, and then just hold it, hold it, and then rotate it around.
There it is.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah.
Got
There it is. Thank you.
All right. There's something over here.
Yeah, and the half elf, like I said, the half elf is using twilight vision, so you can actually see quite farther than most of them. With their light, it's helping illuminate the rest of the chambers for you.
Okay.
So Saris will step into this the left room there to kind of clear it and
Okay, you
see if
guys
she
can
can
go
see
ahead and
anything.
move
Yeah, I'll follow her. I'll follow in behind her.
wherever you
Behind
want to kind of
Saris.
go. All right. So you guys move into that room. You notice that there's the TV's on. It's kind of like static. It's
Oh, there's blood here. Oh my.
yeah. You notice blood on the floor, and you notice a severed arm also laying over by the table.
Seems to be biological matter here. She'll pick it up and look at it.
From just a glance, it looks like it was pretty well torn off or somewhat cut. If anybody has a forensic skill or a good perception check
Yes.
on the
At this
arm.
point, when Ceres picks up the limb, Mutt will say, "Be careful now. We would like to examine it without tainting the evidence." And then Mutt will kind of extend one of his synthetic arms out and, "Could I please?" and ask Ceres for the limb, and proceeds to forensically examine the arm.
Yeah, she'll reach over and kind of aggressively hand it to him. Here you go.
Gently, gently. The arm is severed and decomposition has begun.
My apologies, I don't know what gentle means.
Vega raises his right hand up to his cigarette in his mouth, and he pulls it out with between two fingers, and with those same fingers, that same hand, he points at the arm that Mutt is holding. Oi, is that our payday right there? Is that our money? Someone's gonna owe us something right now. If that's our payday right there in your arms. You see what I did there?
Mr. Vega, prefer not to jump to conclusions just yet. Would you mind exploring the rest of the room rather than just sitting there and smoking? I believe you had enough for the day.
Yeah. I'll look around the rest of the room. I'll look for the other pots. And he puts the cigarette back in his mouth and just lets it dangle out of his lips as he walks around the room.
Why don't the rest of you clear the area? See if there's anyone else in this apartment.
Now, I'm curious. What all could I gather from this TV? I mean, if I try to perform some type of magic using this TV.
First with the forensics roll,
Mhm.
you rolled a 12. That was a really good forensics roll, so you are able to discern that the arm was sliced off with a blade, and then probably not entirely. It's a female arm, so it's definitely not the target. And
How
it
old
was
is
kind of half cut off, and then the rest of it was ripped off. But you can also see some wires and some hydraulic fluid kind of mixed in with the blood there. Possibly she had some cybernetic work done. The TV, the Technomancer, you're looking at the TV.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of odd to you that the TV is all just staticky. A little bit of images are coming through here and there and stuff, but other than that, let me see what abilities you have here. You're a Technomancer.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a thaumaturgy skill check, actually.
I shall. Whoa.
Oh, somebody's exploring the other rooms, huh?
Yeah, Saris is going for it, trying to clear the area.
Awesome.
Maximum efficiency.
I'm checking to see if the... Okay, no. Thaumaturgy skill roll. You think that some kind of magic may have messed up the have been cast in this room. You're not actually high level to kind of scan with astral vision yet, but something like that definitely could have happened. Some kind of magic could have been cast within here.
Okay.
Could have even been a technomancer. You move into the bathroom area.
Oh yes.
Okay, the door is kind of slightly opened, and you can notice blood on the floor already when you start to move into that area.
Mm. And she'll Saris will take out her shotgun.
All right. What are the
So-
rest of you guys doing?
I can't find my way back out into the hall. Oh, I think I got distracted by something in here. I just forgot how to get out of this room.
That kind of makes sense, I guess.
Do we have any like comms or anything between each other?
Yeah, you guys should have comm links.
Saris will go on the comms. Gentlemen, I think I found something or someone else in the bathroom.
And that is the female that owns the apartment.
Mm.
That definitely looks like Melsa Raymer.
Looks like the woman.
All right, well, that's the woman there. Any sight of our target? We need to get that V chip.
There's also upstairs.
Oh, you scared me, Mutt. Walking out of the dark like that, right in my path.
There's lots of blood in this bathroom.
It looks like she might have been backing up from something. She was scared of something and fell back into the bathtub. Her arm is definitely severed.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Yeah, you guys want to head upstairs?
Was that a goat?
Mutt starts with just walking up.
There's nothing in there but death. Would you like to look?
No, I don't want to look. I just want my money.
All right, I'm gonna grab you guys and bring you upstairs. I believe Mutt was going first.
Yes, I was going up the stairs. Yes.
All right, grab you here, and then you should be cool, but don't move anywhere from right there though. As you're coming up the stairs, you can see a door to your right. You're coming up behind Mutt there on the stairs. The second floor. Are you staying down on the first floor?
No.
You're going up too? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Keeps jumping back over there. All right, everybody's on the second floor. Does anybody else have any weapons out?
Just me with the shotgun.
Okay.
Mutt doesn't have a weapon out. No.
If Vega has a weapon, he would have it out, definitely.
Yeah, I think you have a pistol. I think
The
everybody
automag.
has. Yeah, the automatic 5. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, he has his automag out. A flashlight in one hand, automag in the other, and cigarette dangling from his lips.
Yeah, the automag is pretty much like a Glock. The shotgun you have is pretty much a 12 gauge.
Mhm.
I think the half-elf technomancer, you don't have a weapon, you have a blade.
Yeah.
As you're coming up into this room, you can see the dim light of a black light coming from the left door. And to the right, you notice more blood, and you can see some shells kind of pinged into the wall over here. Some bullet rounds hit this wall here.
At that point, when Mutt sees the bullets on that wall, he will draw his weapon out. I'm assuming Sarah's is right next to him,
Mhm.
and he will kind of tap her quietly on her shoulder and point out, and then kind of make those like the two fingers at the eyes.
And her facial screen kind of pops up and kind of gives a thumbs up there.
Is Sarah's to my left or to my right? 1 minute. This. Oh, she's behind me.
Yeah,
Okay.
right behind you.
So I'm going to move a little bit to the
Yeah.
left, allowing her to come up right beside me.
Go ahead.
And then
You can go ahead and. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
the idea is to basically cover her as she moves.
All right. You can go ahead and move up to 8 inches if you want to at this point,
8 inches.
which is 8 squares.
Ah. Alright. She'll start moving to the left there first, towards the black light.
To
Coming into that room, you see a lot of plants all along a table, and they're lit underneath this black light, like some kind of botanical setup he's got growing in here, growing his own plants.
There's
Where's-
another washroom. I'm gonna clear it. Oh, there's more blood. As
Yeah.
far as I can move.
And from in this chamber, can you, Sarah, make a perception check?
Okay. Oh, that's body roll. I press perception.
You're definitely tough.
So tough. Alright, where is perception on the sheet? I clicked the token and it went right to body, so.
Okay.
Oh, there it is, okay. Wow.
Oh, nice, perfect. That's a really good roll. Immediately, almost immediately, you notice a link laying on the ground here.
Notice what, sorry?
A comm link laying on the ground here.
Mm.
There's some blood. I believe there's some shell casings as well on the floor. It looks like there was some kind of scuffle in here.
Am I able to move up to it and grab it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Mutt's gonna go up to the door, but then he's kind of just gonna stand there, make sure that there's nobody else coming from the north part of the room.
You're going to kind of guard her back.
Yes.
All right. While you're sitting there guarding her back, you do notice that on the table over there, it seems like there's not only plants, but maybe some hypodermic needles. And you notice that there is a window for like a balcony on the back. And it looks like the little breeze moves in. You can see kind of drapery moving as the wind blows in. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Hypodermic needles kind of here, correct? And the
Yeah, over on the table.
Okay.
Actually, can you roll a d6 and to see how many of those that there are?
Sure. Ooh.
Nice.
I found the comm link. Surrounded by bullet casings and blood.
Nice. There are 6 hypodermic needles filled with some kind of blue liquid. And the comm link, it seems to have a little bit of blood on it, but it looks like a burner comm link.
Okay.
Is the clue popping up for you guys there?
It is.
Yep.
She'll hand it to Mutt there. Here. Hopefully I haven't contaminated it too much.
Alright, what are you doing, half-elf? What are you doing over there?
Trying to move through this doorway here.
The half-elf is feeling his way out.
Yeah, sorry. I put I was using the dynamic thing, and I think I was trying to put like doors slightly open, and so that you couldn't see all the way in. But yeah, and if when you come over to them, you can open them up all the way. Hopefully, I'll be able to remove them. So are you looking in that room there to the right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You find a body, another body. She is dressed up like a nurse. Slightly disturbing. Looks like it's got rounds through the chest. Blood splatter. She did not have a weapon in her hand. And laying on the floor. And as you move into the chamber, you can see the entire chamber. There's a computer on the table. There's also 2 more sex bots standing up in the corner of the chamber. Not entirely finished, but they kind of slowly move and then look towards you and like have this horrible fake smile.
The Aramil will turn and look back over his shoulder. Hey, Vega. I think I have a present for you. Oh, he just came sprinting in.
Yeah, I'm right here. I
Oh
see
my
what you're
goodness.
pointing at. It'll be a nice prize, but I still want my money.
And Aramil will turn over to look over to Saris. These are casings on the ground here, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Is there any way that you could analyze what size rounds and everything these are?
Sure. Give me one moment. Let me just pick them up and put them in my scanner.
And as she's doing that, Aramil will kind of kneel down over the body here.
And
She literally, I was going to say she doesn't have a scanner. She literally just picks it up and looks at it with her eyes and kind of puts it back down on the ground. My scanners show that there are bullets.
You actually have the weaponry skill. You can
Oh,
you can make a skill check.
Oh, okay. Where's
That's
weaponry?
awesome.
Okay, weaponry. Where's that?
I'm going to go ahead and delete a couple of these doors here.
How do I find weaponry?
Oh, that's because I was awesome and then I didn't create a button for you. Isn't that cool? Or I didn't put a tab on it for you. Let me pull it up for you.
Okay.
Right over there, that where I pinged. Oh, okay. So,
Oh, you took the armor skill. I'm sorry.
Yes, not
That's what it was.
So she'll do the same thing. She'll pick up the bullets and put them in her face and look like she's studying them very hard. And then she'll look back at Aramal. My visual scanners show that they are bullet casings.
Yeah, well, all could have told you they were bullet casings.
I just asked if there's any way that you could determine what kind of rounds they were.
Big.
You could have said no.
I could have said no, but that would be less fun.
I suppose.
But
Fun.
you can.
All of a sudden, she wants to have fun. I thought she was all about the
Joke.
seriousness and the logic.
I am not a robot, if that is what you are implying.
Yeah, well, I guess I was implying that, wasn't I?
Apparently.
Has anybody taken the time to look this computer over?
My scanners show that it is off.
Vega walks over and just, starts pushing buttons. He doesn't know what he's pushing. He's just hitting the keyboard. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's on.
Mr. Vega, please decease yourself from doing it.
Yeah, well, I'll be right over here then. He goes over here and he takes out a cigarette and lights it up. Walks over to the sex bot against the wall. So, how are you doing?
Disgusting.
She moves and follows your face and smiles at you, but no verbal response.
Well, finally, a friendly face around here. And he looks back at everyone and smiles.
My bedroom.
What do you see there, Mutt?
Aramil, I believe you might have some capabilities with that.
Yeah.
While I look at this body, why don't you take that?
Absolutely. That sounds good. Maribel will kind of make his way over the computer.
And Mutt will try and make a forensics investigation on the body. I believe nobody looked at that. They were looking at the bullets. So
Right. I bent over to kind of look over the body, but
okay.
yeah, I didn't do any checks or anything. So.
Okay.
Yeah, you can forensics. Yep, there you go. 6 rounds to the chest. 6 rounds to the chest, and these were fired, which are the same shells on the floor. They were fired by a 9mm.
Are the rounds the same as the ones I saw on the wall when we first came on this level?
Correct. Yeah.
Can I roll thaumaturgy on this on the computer?
I think you have the computer skill as well. I think. Let me check here. Let me see. Yeah, you have computers.
Yeah. Okay. I just saw it.
Checking out the computer, you can tell that it looks to be whoever was operating it had created a kill switch, and it looks like most of the things have been wiped clean on it. With your computer skill check roll, 13 though, which is a good roll. Most of the files were burned, activated by a kill switch. There are also some files scattered on the table. You have the capability to kind of check those files.
Okay.
And they look like files on the occult, on botany, and on cybernetics.
Okay. I'll call Mutt over. What do you make of all this, Mutt?
Intriguing.
Kind of shows the display of occult and files scattered amongst the table, and then just kind of points over to the computer and says, and why, what purpose would they have for doing this?
I find it intriguing that in a place like this there is tech such as this, There were some plants and syringes in the room adjacent. I wonder if they're preparing some sort of, how does one put it, chemical substances.
Yes. Chemicals.
Can everybody make a perception check?
Is my -2 already built in?
No, it's not. We'll have to take it off, and it'd definitely be effective here.
I hit perception and it rolled body.
I did the same thing. I went right
Awesome.
into the sheet there.
All right, I'll pull the sheet up.
Yeah, please. Sorry.
All of you
That's
body results.
that's my that's my awesome macro writing skills.
You're all squishy.
Let me find perception on the sheet now.
Oh, D9. You got a perception roll of 12, right?
Oh,
Yes.
I rolled body.
So
Let
it's
me roll.
strength, and then dex, body, and then perceptions under that.
Someone tell me where perception is. The sheet's big.
I think give it -2
Oh,
anyway.
I found it.
Yeah, sorry, it's on the left side there.
Yep, left side. Yep, got it.
Oh, nice. 14,
Mine's coming.
14,
What the
12,
hell?
4.
1.
I'll take my body roll over this.
So Vega's there waving his cigarette around, talking to this sex bot. You know, there's no one that listens to me quite like you do. I try and talk to these blokes back here, and they just kind of blow me off. I'm glad I met you tonight. He's just kind of going on and on and on.
And Vega, or Aramil, raises a hand to the bridge of his nose and just kind of pinches. Vega, with your infernal jabbering and yammering on, how can we concentrate? How can anybody concentrate?
He turns back to the sex bot. You see what I got to deal with? This is exactly what I was telling you about. It's all this all the time. Vega, Vega, Vega. All I can do is drive.
paid?
It's all I'm good for you.
Do you want to get paid?
He just kind of keeps going on.
Disgusting.
Aramil, I believe the Eldrin races might have some process on how to eliminate background noise. Maybe it's time you engaged such.
Yeah, you maybe you're right, but the other half of me perhaps gets the best of me sometimes.
I
He
think
kind of
he
wipes his hand across his forehead.
look at it this way. Right now, he's in that room talking to that bot, and he's out of our way, which means we can do what we are here to do and not have to deal with his imbecilic approach to life.
Oh, but what can I say? Imbecile as he may be, he's still here. He still works with us. So, who's the real imbecile? Right?
That is true, but once we have money, we won't need his tawdry services.
And Aramil just kind of he'll nod, and then is there any way I can pack? Well, I guess it looks like a full tower computer here. Is there any way that I might be able to just power the computer down, break into it, and steal whatever the equivalent of the hard drive would be?
Yeah, definitely. With your knowledge and your skill roll anyway, you could do that, no problem.
Okay.
And like with it being burned, you know, it would just probably take you some time to see if you can find any real information of it.
Okay.
At about that time, you guys hear some kind of bump noise in the other room. It sounds like it came from this direction, if you can see that bleep there.
Mm. Saris will kind of start moving towards it.
And as you're moving in, you guys notice some lights pass by the balcony out there. It sounds like a hover car moving by. And then there's the bump again coming from this room. Let me see. I think I have to raise a door here.
Aramel flips his chin up and kind of calls over in sort of a whisper. Vega, don't you have a gun or something? Are you hearing this bump? This noise?
Where's it coming from?
And Vega turns around and he. Wow, I turn around and I don't see anyone. Oh, there's Aramel. It's so dark.
Yeah.
He looks at him. I'm like, what? What is it?
Do you
Can't
hear
you
this
see I'm
noise?
talking here?
Yes, to an inanimate object. That's wonderful. Think of the women you'll be able to buy or pay for when you get paid.
Well, this one right here is free.
Well, you can come back later maybe and pick her up. Take her out for a nice steak dinner.
What's your point? What you need?
What I'm saying is you have a gun,
Yeah, I got a gun.
right? You don't hear this noise. This
Noise? What noise?
Man.
I hear you blathering about.
And he just kind of turns his head side to side like he's cracking his neck in slight irritation. You're a wonderful specimen.
And about that time, Saris, you get up to the door there. The door is closed.
Oh, the one over here?
Yeah, right over here.
Alright, she's gonna jiggle the handle there.
Okay, it pops open.
Alright, and she'll open the door, see what's in there. Ooh. Come on,
Yay, I did it right.
Yay.
All right, inside that room, you can see a lot of strange mannequins still sitting up. There's another computer over here set up with some sort of looks like some kind of air conditioning coolant type thing. Keeps this room sort of cold, and cybernetic bodies hanging up in this chamber. You also notice on the floor, it looks to be your target.
Ah, shoot.
It looks like he just bled out recently.
Mm-hmm. Keep your eyes open. Must be something here. She'll maneuver over to him. Matt? Another body. Looks like Trip.
Trip. But we haven't
Yes.
killed him yet.
Looks like something else did.
Is this being said on comms or?
Oh yeah, she's got open comms.
Yeah. With that, Vega realizes you just said it's Trip, and he immediately whips around. Trip, where? Where's our money?
Shh! Vega, lower your voice.
Where's our money?
It is to the south of the staircase.
And your money is in a pool of its own blood at this point.
Well, let's grab proof of this.
Somehow,
whatever we have to do.
As Mutt gets close to the body, he's going to roll forensics again.
Cool. Checking out with that awesome forensics roll, you notice that his data port has been taken out, or his chip port has been extracted. There's no chips in there. There's also a couple of rounds in his chest. And then you notice that he is almost entirely cybernetic. This could possibly be a replication of Trip and not the real Trip. Probably one that he created.
Well, we still might get our money, not to worry. This looks like a replication. It's a cybernetic, not a biologic that we are hunting.
Think we could use some of his parts.
Aramil, could you get here, please? There is a lot of tech around here that we could use your help with. And bring that dolt Vega with you, if you can.
Be nice, he's a simple boy.
Um, yeah, absolutely. So in the meantime, was I able to extract the hard drive or whatever necessary components?
You were able to take
Okay.
it out.
All right. Oh, Vega, never mind. You're going back over to talk to your lady friend.
I'm coming. And Vega turns around. Listen, doll, I gotta go now. It's a dangerous job I'm on, and you might never see me again, but it was nice talking to you. I'm gonna miss you. I promise you I'm gonna miss you. If I ever get the chance to come back for you, I will. You can bet your dollar on that. I'll be back for you. I love you. And he turns around.
What a sweet talker.
Is that on open comms?
You are smooth. This way, Vega.
Which way? I don't know where I'm going. Which way am I going?
Can you see my... We're going that way?
South of the staircase. Do you need
Yeah,
me to hold your hand?
No, that's where I'm heading, but I'm trying to figure out where he's going because I can see him just wandering aimlessly.
I think I'm back by the party again. What?
Yeah, you're right by me. Just follow me.
Oh, hey, Aramil. How
Is
you
there
doing,
another-
Pointy?
I'm wonderful, Vega.
I'll
Is there
follow
another
you.
door right here?
That,
There's a door right there.
we're
Oh,
good
she's
there.
gonna open it.
At about that time, you guys can hear the front door downstairs kicked open, and someone shouts, "Sweep the room."
Shit. I think it's military. We've been framed.
So you guys definitely have company. You have a split second to position yourselves wherever you want to do, or do whatever you want to do.
Well, for some reason, my token's like locked here. Can't seem to move.
Which one is that?
Aramo? I'm just like stuck here. Can't.
Huh.
Am I stuck on the door again?
Let me grab you.
I'm trying to make my way over
Ah.
there.
Okay, there we go. Are you right there?
Yeah.
Dynamic lighting.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
There we go. There's that door. It's open. Whoever is downstairs is coming into the apartment. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going down to try and extract whatever I can out of this other computer.
While Aramil is doing that, Mutt is going to stand. I believe this should be the landing above the stairs, which means that people should be coming on it. Should be coming up the
Right.
stairs
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah. Correct.
right? So I'm going to be standing above them, so I can get the drop on them.
Awesome. And whoever's in here, you're checking out the computer now.
Yes.
Yeah, and
okay.
Mutt would have his back, so he's at least protected.
Okay. Cool. Is everybody in position there, where they're happy with?
Yeah, Saris is gonna take cover kind of in this room here. And
Well,
wait for
I'll
whoever's
keep
going
ending
in.
up back in this room here with the ladies. I guess I'll just protect you two.
All right. And about that time, you can hear whoever's down there is starting to come up the steps. You're on the computer. Can you make a perception check, please?
I forgot a dead body. Hang on.
Yeah, sorry. It might just be the name body. It might actually be the perception. I'm not sure. It's a D8.
No, they're two different Ds.
Oh, are they? Okay. Awesome.
Two different D values. So many Ds.
Well, do you feel that? The earth just moved.
My awesome
There it
skills
goes
here.
again.
All right, we're gonna roll initiative. But actually, Mutt, you're gonna have first initiative. So everybody else is gonna have to roll initiative.
Oh, I see. Okay. Shit. Okay. Hold on.
We're doing that off the sheet as well.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was looking for the thing. 1 minute.
it should be on the top in the middle there.
Yes. No
Okay.
modifier for this roll, correct?
It'll be added in there.
Okay, so it's blank. Okay.
Oh, it didn't work. What? Oh, because I didn't select my token. I got a 5. I'll just reroll and then edit mine. Maybe.
I just got
Yeah.
that music from Price is Right when I roll it. Boom, 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 boom.
All right, Mutt, you can see the guy moving in. He's got a pistol in his hand. He looks to be like a human, some cybernetics in him, and he's got his pistol out. He's moving up. He's starting to scan around, so he's about to look in your direction as he's coming up the steps, but you've got the drop on him. What would you like to do? Hello?
What?
Mutt?
Yeah. Sorry, I'd muted myself so I don't stop you guys. Does the agent look part of Alliance or any kind of uniform that I have knowledge of?
He does not have any kind of recognizing uniform now.
Okay.
He's wearing kind of armored clothing and has a 9mm pistol in his hand.
Okay. Mutt would. Ooh, this is so tough. Mutt would draw his weapon, train it on the agent, and say, "Halt! State your business. You seem
Alright,
to be trespassing."
He immediately turns to try to shoot at you, like without questioning at all, without halting at all or listening to you. You definitely have the drop on him if you want to fire, because it looks like he's going to fire at you.
Well, die, biologic. And 9mm attack?
Yeah, you're going to roll the 9mm attack.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look at him, well, die, biologic, and then shoot my gun.
Now he has to match your roll.
Okay.
So he has to get a 9 or higher. He rolls a 3, so you scored a hit. Now you're just going to do the 9mm damage.
Perfect.
13. All right. The round goes through part of his shoulder, and you got another shot if you want to.
Oh, yes.
It doesn't seem to knock him down. $15.
Oh, out of character. That was badass. How did you do that blood spurt on the token?
It's an Aura API script, Aura hit points API script.
That was awesome.
And you hit again. I know, I love that thing. I wish I knew how to use Roll20 more. 2 rounds. Two. His armor soaks 2. Let's see here. So 16 more damage. That one knocks him to the ground, and he falls under the stairs. You actually have 2 frenzy that you could burn if you want to get 2 extra attacks, or you can pass.
Uh, he's dead or is he still alive?
He's wounded.
Oh, then
He's,
I'm gonna. I told him to stand down. He didn't stand down. Logic
Correct.
dictates that die by logic.
All right, so this will be one of your frenzy, and it's also in your little red aura. Every time you use a frenzy, you subtract it from that red aura there. Your little red bubble, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it says 10, so I make it 9.
Right.
Okay.
And he rolls his defense. That round flies into the staircase. Do you want to fire one last one?
Yep.
Oh, nice. 18. And this round hits him.
And the damage.
That kills him. That round catches him right in the throat, and he is dead.
I see that blood spurt.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Here we go. I think it puts an X on him too. Yeah.
Nice.
And he's X'd out. It's beautiful. So pretty. All right. Who is next on the round here? Aramil.
Saris
Saris.
has a higher initiative order.
You just didn't, change the orders on.
Oh, okay. Let me put her up here.
So Sarah, there's is there more feet that are kind of trudging downstairs?
You can hear more downstairs, but at this point you can't see them.
All right. How many squares can I go, or how many hexes?
You have a movement of 4 normally, but if you want to run, you can move 8.
Let's see. Might move closer to, let's see, 1, 2, 5. She's actually going to take a position. She's going to run over to the top of the stairs to get a position down and just kind of aim her shotgun.
You can actually see the target down there. From this vantage point, you can see the target down at the end of the stairs at the first floor. And he is no cover, direct shot. You actually have a talent called Deadeye, where you can combine 2 of your actions in one shot, and it'll do double damage if you hit him. It also gives you an additional +2 if you want to try Deadeye.
Alright, how do I roll that?
You roll shotgun attack, and then you'll put 2 in there, because it'll give you that extra +2 bonus.
I'll modify. Cool.
And you'll be using like your 2 actions to do this one attack. It's basically you take aim with one shot, you spend an action to actually take aim, and then the second aim is to fire. Your second action. Cool. 19. It's super awesome. This guy has +1 to defend, but it's not enough. You hit him. And then go ahead and when you hit the damage, actually hit 2 in the multiplier.
Cool.
Oh my god. Holy fuck. You hit him in the chest, and he goes flying back like 3 feet and slides into the front door. Alright.
You should have said your names. Disgusting.
Alright, make a, let me see here. Actually, Vega, can you make a perception check?
So Vega he hears the shots fired, he spins his head around, cigarette half hanging out of his mouth, doesn't know what's going on.
Three, so -2 for your oblivious. So you do not notice anything else yet except for the shotgun blast and screams in the other room. But what do you want to do from this point?
Vega's first action is to.
Oh, it's Aramel right now, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's fine. We had the same, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Sorry
Vega's
about
first action is to grab the sex bot and pull her down onto the ground and give her cover. Tell her, stay down, stay down. Make sure that she's protected. And then he turns around and he makes his move towards the stairs. That's probably all I can do is move.
Yep, actually, you get about right there. 4 inches. Or
Yep.
you can move up to 8, actually, for running.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And does Vega have his gun out?
He does.
Awesome. All right, that's it for Vega. Who is next? Aramel.
Mill, yep. So was I able to recover anything from this computer?
Actually, you are checking over some files. You notice some video information, some video data, and if you have you're about to like download it, and that's when the gunfire started. And you also notice something, a little red light flashing. That was what the perception check was for earlier. Okay. There's a red light flashing underneath the table. Looking underneath the table, you notice that there's a bomb set to go off in about 2 minutes.
Perfect. Okay, so what can I do to disarm this bomb?
You can do a demolitions skill or a... it looks like it's a big thermite charge, pretty much, to burn all of this evidence up. Mm-hmm. You would need a demolition skill check, which I don't think you have, so it would go off of intelligence, which would be pretty difficult to try. But
so let me ask you then. You said 2 minutes.
Yeah.
About how big is this? Is another one of those tower, like an actual computer tower type of thing, is what you're figuring?
Yeah, it looks like something to bring these automatons to life.
Okay. Can I just grab that and move it off this table? Just unplug it, do whatever, power it down, take it away from this table? Does it appear to be attached to this bomb in any way?
It does seem to be kind of rigged up to it somehow. Underneath the table, it looks like you might have actually even triggered it with messing with the computer.
And Irma will call out over his shoulder, Mutt, are you done messing around over there?
For now, but we seem to be having agents crawling up all over our ass.
There's an explosive or some type of homemade device under here, probably designed to burn the evidence here, destroy the computer.
What's the timer on the bomb, please?
It's just under 2 minutes.
Then we should leave now.
I agree. We need this computer, though.
No time. Well, okay. That's out of character. What is the concept of a round in this game?
Each combat round is about, give or take, 3 to 5 seconds.
3 to 5 seconds. Okay, fine. 1 minute. Let me...
12 rounds.
Yep.
Nice. That was pretty fast math.
Well, Aramil, I do not have the skills to disarm the bomb, and we are currently under attack. I think we have overstayed our welcome. Time to leave.
Can I use my EMP to try and knock? Well, I don't want to do that though, because it might destroy and wipe the computer and the contents of the computer. And what were you gonna say?
Yeah, you could try that.
Do you have a recorder or something? Just record the place and let's leave.
Yeah, is there any way that I can transfer information?
Yeah, actually, if you have you do have a chip port, I think, or you can transfer it to your comm lab.
Is that enough room? There's enough room on there?
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't be able to transfer like all the data for like making all these automatons and stuff like that.
Just necessary things. That's all I
But
want.
yeah, if you wanted to grab like the important files that you think you would need.
Okay, so just make a computer's check.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, you start to download those files.
Okay.
And
That's probably going to be my round.
yeah. Awesome. And after that, I have totally messed up this initiative order. That's awesome.
That's fine.
I don't
It
think
goes
Mutt's
back
in
to
there.
Mutt.
Yeah. It's Mutt's turn.
Yeah, I think I rolled an 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're
You
definitely
rolled,
first.
You rolled an 18.
Oh no, initiative of 8. So yeah, it is myself, Saras, Vega, Aramel, but I don't know what the bad guys.
Yeah, actually, no, it's the bad guys.
Okay.
That should be their turn now.
And that was kind of what your perception check that you had failed, Vega, as you were moving by the balcony. This guy comes in behind you, comes down on a rope. And I will give you one more perception check.
So Vega's he pushed the sex bot down to the ground to save her life, and then he started making his way down this hall, determined to make his way to his friends because shots have been fired and he knows he needs to get there. He is focused on his friends on the stairway.
Oh,
That's with the -2.
Oh.
He's good.
Oh wait, that's initiative.
oh
Wait,
yeah,
where am I
that's
going?
it.
No, wait, hold on.
Thank God.
Oblivious in real life as well.
Yes.
And your target number is, oh my God.
And where? Oh, there it is. Okay, I just have to remember where it is on the sheet. There we go.
And you got a 5, 7. All right, as you're moving through, you do not notice the guy come down on the rope, but you do hear the gun just before he fires. He's not trying to get like a sneak attack on you or anything, but he is taking 2 shots at you, and this is the first one. You can kind of see him like moving slowly behind the curtains and stuff, and then he fires a pistol. An 8 is what you have to defend, and you're just going to roll your defense roll.
Physical defense.
Yes. Hopefully the button works.
Yeah.
Awesome. The first round flies past you and hits the wall. And
I notice him that time. I spin around and I look at him.
the second round, 14. Tiger's the defender. Oh. The next one hits you.
As Vega spins around, he feels the sharp burn of lead searing his skin.
And this is going to be soaked by your second armor rating.
Which is 10.
Okay, cool. So if you click on your token and you just go over to the green bubble and click it and then hit -10, it'll work for you. And then hit enter. So yeah, click the green bubble, enter -10, hit enter, and it'll take that off for you.
There we
Yeah,
go.
it looks like you have 40 hit points max. In order to be knocked
the
down,
blood.
yeah. Well, one round catches you in the shoulder and kind of throws you into the wall. In order to be knocked down, you have to take enough damage that's over your body attribute. I don't believe 10 was, though. So you're still standing up. He is actually going to burn one frenzy, and he's going to fire one more time. So you got to dodge a 15. Hopefully this isn't high. There was an explosion on one of those dice. 26, so minus 10, 16 damage.
Oh. So much blood.
All right, that one might have knocked you down. Actually, what is your body attribute here? Let me check.
I don't know where to look for.
It's on
my
the
body attribute.
Left of your
12.
character. 12. Yeah, that one knocked you on the ground. Okay, so you like fly into the wall. It hits. You can feel the bullet rip into your chest there, and through your armor, and it knocks you into the wall, and you kind of slide onto the ground. All right. After that, though, on the bottom floor, Saris, you notice one more target come in, and he fires up towards you with his submachine gun. He has, it looks to be an Uzi in his hand, and he's going to take 2 short bursts for his attack. Here's the first one at you. You actually, oh my god. That is a natural 20.
This
All
guy
right.
doesn't roll like me when I GM games.
Ow.
That is going to be times 2.
Holy
Oh god.
shit.
That is horrible. All right, your armor class is what?
Not enough.
It looks like what is it? My total armor value is 10/13.
13.
Okay, so it's going to be 68 minus 13. Jesus.
You dead?
Oh god, wait, 68 minus 13. 50. 55.
So she have one
I
hit
have-
point left.
Yeah, I have 1 hit point. I'm good to go.
I'm good to go. Never you
All right.
mind about me.
You guys see her get hit, sprayed across the chest, and that sounded horrible. And you fly into the wall and kind of slide down. Good thing at your vantage point, though, you have enough cover for him to not be able to shoot you again. All right. Yeah, she definitely needs medical attention.
It's a good thing I feel no pain.
Yeah, that's true. You have the no pain, so you don't have to worry about trauma. That's it for the bad guys. It would be Mutt's turn.
Mutt's gonna say, "Time's up, Aramil. We need to leave now." And how much can I move in combat and then shoot?
You can run up to 8 inches or 8 squares.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jesus, it's good that Saris is tanky.
6. I just saw him. Wait. Man, I'm not a big fan of this lighting. God damn it. There it is. This guy over here. And I'm gonna open up on him. 9 mm attack.
All right. Yeah, you can see him from down there, from that vantage point. And his defense
Oh wait,
roll.
that was the guy who was crossed out. Shit. Hold on.
No, it's okay. It's okay. There's another guy down there on the first floor.
Is this meets beats or?
Yeah. Ty goes to the defender, so that round actually flies next to him and hits the wall.
Okay. Do I have a second shot?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Oh, nice. That one hits.
Nice, 9 damage. Is it a multiplier on this?
No.
Okay. Oh,
Unless... All right, that one barely stings him there. You can actually burn frenzy as well
yes.
and take more shots.
Okay, how much frenzy in a round? 2 frenzy, correct?
Yeah, you can burn up to 2.
Perfect.
Take 2 more shots.
So this is my third shot. Oh god, come on. Oh yes.
That one hits.
Ooh.
Nice. That one catches him in the face and he dies. He flies up against the wall and slides down, onto the floor.
Die, biologic.
And then you look over and see Sarah's bleeding on the floor there. She's still good. She's got 1 hit point.
I'm just going to use some of my movement to get up to her. I'm going to continue to shout, Vega, Aramil, we need to leave now.
All right, who's next? It is
Aramil.
Sarah's.
Oh wait, no, it is me. Yes. I don't know if can I stand.
You can.
Oh,
You can
messed
stand. You attack and defend at a -2 at this point.
So Saris will stand up. Is there any more apparent agents?
You can hear some
down there?
fighting behind you, and with your sensors, you're picking up the movement. You can sense the movement behind you. That Vega's in trouble as well.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty arrogant, so I think I'm good to go there. I am fine. We need to leave. Let's leave. She'll kind of remembering that there's a balcony over here. She'll start moving towards it. Plus, it sounds like there's some sort of fighting over here.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it. There's a guy there. Oh. She'll, does he have cover from here?
From right there, he's got +2 cover. You can, if you have any more movement, you can come around the corner there.
Yeah, I got one more movement.
There we go. Yeah, he's open.
Alright, time to open up.
Vega's kind of still sliding down the wall there when you get there. So you have your shotgun still. You can do a Deadeye shot, or you can do 2 single shots.
I'll do the Deadeye shot, because that's a +2, and then I have -2, right?
Correct, yeah, so it would actually be standard.
Yeah. Oh, no.
But
Ah!
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do I get a multiplier on this one?
Yes, 2.
Yes.
Holy crap. You blow like his left arm off in the side of his face, and he flies off the balcony backwards.
And Saris will look down at Vega and extend a very bloody and bleeding arm. It's both leaking biological blood and some cybernetic blood there.
When the shot goes off, Vega startles. He kind of like recoils a little bit. His cigarette hanging out of his mouth kind of flops around, and he sees the guy fly off. And he looks over and sees that it's Saris. I was just about to shoot him. I had him right where I wanted him. But thanks for the help anyways. And he puts his hand out.
And she'll haul him up and kind of give a groan. Alright, I need to leave. Come.
You look like you could use a little help yourself.
I am fine.
Yeah, you're
Good.
fine just like I'm fine. We could
Good.
both use a little help. Let's get out of here. I'll follow you. I don't like you to leave, but I love watching you go.
I'm gonna shoot you next.
This time when they come down, Mutt will say, "Okay, let me proceed."
Okay. I'll let you.
And Mutt will make his way down. When he gets there, he would like to, like in the movies we see, as he gets to that person with the submachine gun, he's gonna kick it, flip it up in the air, and catch it in his hand.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Shoot yourself in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you did it.
He pulls it off. Nice.
I now have a submachine gun. Haha.
Nice.
Lucky you.
All right, and you guys, you exit the building, back down the stairs, kind of limping, some of you, back out to the van. No trouble as you go towards the van and hop in. And actually, those hypodermic needles that you found, go ahead and make an intelligence check on those.
Okay.
Well, lucky for you all, I'm such a smart fella.
Hey,
I
there
don't
you
even
go.
know where intelligence is.
There we go.
I'll attempt.
Aramel's got it.
Oh wait, no, that's not totally correct.
I think it is juice.
Aramel's got it there.
Oh, okay, cool, nice.
Yeah, that's the those are an instant regeneration of nanites that will heal up to 40 hit points instantly.
And we have 6 of those.
And you have 6 of those, yes.
Ooh.
Alright, so Aramel sees what's in these syringes, or whatever they may be exactly. I'm sure they don't exactly look legit.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, maybe we should hang on to those, Mutt. They look like they could be quite useful.
Excellent.
Oh, you're dying, Saris. You would like one of these.
Did you see me blow that guy off the balcony?
I heard you sounded mighty squishy over there.
I can still squish your face with my hands.
I heard what you just said. You called her squishy. That's normally what she... And Vega gets lightheaded from the loss of blood.
And
That's normally what she calls...
at that point, Mutt realizes something and backhand slaps Vega in the head. You dolt, you were wearing your sunglasses in that dimly lit building.
Oh, you're right. I was wearing my sunglasses in that bit. I guess that was a mistake.
I remember a song. Probably applies to you.
Can you stab me now, please?
Which eye?
There's a screen, and her LED screen kind of pops up with face with little angry eyebrows. Please don't.
Look, do you want one of these or not?
I do.
Alright, we have to say pretty please. Come on.
Pretty please, half-breed.
Alright. Go ahead, Mutt. Let's juice her up.
Didn't know you were taking orders from biologics there.
I thought he was holding them.
Oh, he is holding them, I think. I think Mutt's decided to think on that for a moment. Oh, there he is.
Sorry. Yeah. So you guys would have access to the syringes. I won't hold it back.
Awesome. Cool. So plus 40 back on those hit points there. I guess we'll use this green van here as your van. And do you guys see yourselves there?
Yes.
Nope, I sure don't.
Nope. Oh, there.
I haven't
Cool.
been able to move my token for like the last half hour.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's alright. It was just fixing computers.
There we go. Yeah, that flashlight thing didn't work very well, did it? Let's see here.
I don't think that was the problem.
Can you guys move them?
I can move my token. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so back into the van. Do you want to try driving, or do you want to hit it on autopilot? Vega.
Yes, you're muted, Doc.
Oh, hang on. What? I don't even know where I'm at. Oi! What is this cylindrical device in front of me that turns left and right?
Why do I wear my sunglasses at night?
Probably because I'm so cool. Yeah, I gotta reload this or something.
Yeah, does it look like it's pausing in and out?
No, mine was just locked. Like, I could move my token, but I couldn't see it move. Mine was just fixed over in a different room entirely.
Oh, okay. You guys can all see a street here, though, right?
Yes.
And cars. Okay. Yeah. Basically,
We will, at this point, given that Vega is kind of in and out of consciousness, even with the.
Oh. Uh-oh.
So we decide we jump into the van, and before Vega can give his monologue of about how he is a great driver and a good driver and he knows what he's doing, Mutt is just going to engage the autopilot.
okay, cool, yeah. Everybody's going to get a bonus of 6 cool points for that little encounter there. And you're going to get +1 for each kill that you got.
Oh,
Ooh.
jeez.
I got 2.
Just as a group? Or just...
Yeah, everybody gets 6.
Oh.
Everybody gets 6 as a group, and then you get
Mutt
1
and
for...
the synthetics get 2 each. Nice.
Yes, high five.
And yeah, Mutt
And
and
then-
Ceres give a high five.
and
It
then
is
you
most
get-
biologic of us, but I believe this is the correct gesture for a
I
victory.
think it is. And I am not on the floor in a mess of blood, so I am happy.
Yes, I was a little concerned there. It would not seem appropriate for a synthetic of your talent to be found in a pool of your own blood.
No, I think that's already happened once. A joke. Ah.
Ha 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 ha.
You're going to get +1 for securing data on the computer, +1 cool point.
Yes. Well, I got secured data from both of them, didn't I?
Yeah, you can get 2 for that.
Yes.
And who else found... oh, you found that... I think it was Ceres. Yeah, the comlink. So you can get 1 for that.
Yes.
What about the TV? I touched it.
That's inappropriate.
Where do you put these cool points?
These go to your max cool points, and they also
Ah.
go to your cool points.
Cool point.
And what you can do with cool points is you can raise up one for 1 cool point. You can you can buy 2 more frenzy to your frenzy pool for 1 cool point. You can raise attributes. Say if you have like a 15 strength and you want to go to 16, you can spend 16 cool points to raise it up.
Oh, nice.
If you want to raise up any skills, you can up your rating. If you want to go to rating 2, you spend 2 cool points. To rating 3, it would be 3 more cool points. Stuff like that.
Nice.
For combat skills, it's a little bit different. It costs 10 cool points to buy a skill slot, and that gives you +1 in a specialization. If you're already +1, say like you're +1 in your shotguns, Saris,
Mhm.
then if you wanted to go to +2, it would cost 20 cool points. So for some things, you might want to save up your cool points for.
Oh, I
It
have
also
enough.
cool. Yeah, and also as you go up in level, you get abilities and talents where you might want to save a couple of cool points to activate an ability.
Oh,
Sorry, I
nice.
have a creature back here.
So does Vega just get like 24 cool points just for being like, cool?
For touching and
Yeah,
saving the sex pod.
The way that you were laying it on back there, whew, it's so cool.
Dude, I saved her life.
You did.
Yes, you did.
Vega, if you missed it, you get 6 points, and then +1 if you killed anybody.
Damn it.
He almost got killed, so that's -1 right there.
Whoa, well, the Saris would get
Saris is a little more
-1.
bloodied than I am.
But she had to
I'm
pull.
fine now, look.
She had to pull your biologic ass out of there. So
I
Oh, you lose one
Saved
for
you.
wearing your sunglasses into a
yes.
darkly lit place.
So that injection gave us what, +30 you said?
40.
+40. +40 hit
Plus
points.
40.
We didn't give you one though.
Shut
All
up.
6 went to me.
Hit point status. If you go, you can actually.
You can go above.
You can't. You can go up to your max, but if you go to do, if you get down below 0, you can go to like -15 before you bleed out and die.
Perfect.
Nice.
All right, so jumping in the van, you do have a couple of things you can look over after your healing. There are a couple of clues if you want to check them out.
Yes, Mutt will look at Aramil and says, "Anything on the comlink or the computers or the data that you were able to get out of there?"
I'm currently looking it all over right now. I managed to transfer some of the data over.
And checking it out, you notice that he is a club at a nightclub. It seems like all the stolen information that he's been kind of hijacking from Alliance Industries. He's also been selling a black market through his connections at a club called let's see here, Lost Horizon.
Lost Horizon.
Maybe we should be driving away from this place. Is it not about to explode?
Yeah, it's been probably long enough where we should probably get out of here. But we're also a block away, so.
Let's at least drive. That's true. We are a block away now. Let's
So
watch the explosion.
I found some information that says there was, I guess it's sort of a small black market operation. It looks like they run it out of a place called, would you say it was? Something
Lost Horizon.
Lost Horizons. Are you familiar with that place, Vega?
Lost Horizon. Well, I don't know, but if they got our money, that's where we ought to go.
I think what he tried to say was, since the name or the place starts with the word "lost," you would be most familiar with a concept like that.
I'm getting a little more familiar with your insults now. I think I
It's
understand
been a
them,
year.
and that right there was definitely an insult.
After a whole year, he finally understands. Good job.
We have
So
made
what
progress.
I was implying that maybe you're familiar with, because it's like a club setting. That's what I'm gathering.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a club
And-
setting.
Yeah, it's a club.
I don't know, Rogue. Do I know about it?
Make a percentile roll. And we will say 35% chance that you know of this place.
Oh, I definitely know of this place. Yeah, I've been there. I think I've taken a couple of those X-bots there a couple of times too. They don't seem to mind the smoke. I hope you don't either.
You're such a classy guy. So you may actually indirectly know of this little black market operation. I don't know if it would be worth following up on it. What do you guys think, Cirrus, Mutt?
We should follow up.
Yes, I would like to visit this Mr. Tripp. I believe we need more information. If nothing else, I would like to visit upon him hurt that he has visited upon us. I think it's but fair. I believe Seras would like to trade some shotgun shells into Mr. Tripp. Would you not?
I guess I can waste some on him.
And Mr. Vega could bore him to death with banter, banal as it may be.
He could
Bore
cause.
him to death. No, I think we've got a lot to talk about. I think someone owes us some money.
Yeah, I think what would happen, Mutt, is he wouldn't bore him to death. I think he would inflict damage, but it would be of a more self-inflicted type. Because this Tripp fellow may begin smashing his head on walls just to
Drown out Vega and his banter? That works as well. So I believe it is the horizon then that we must go to.
I swear to God, one day I'm going to drive this bus right off a cliff with all of us in it. He
Yes,
mumbles that to himself.
And Saris pats Vega on the head. There.
All right, well, you lads all ready to go? Let's get going.
Hey, Vega, do us one favor though. When we go into the club, maybe try taking your sunglasses off.
You mean these things? And he lifts his sunglasses up on his forehead.
Oh Jesus, that's what your eyes look like?
You know what my eyes look like. Don't act like you haven't looked longingly into them before, Pointy.
Yes, I have mistakenly found myself gazing deep into your eyes to see if there's actually anything behind them. And every time I find myself staring into black wells of emptiness. But we love you, and we should move on.
Vega realizes after a couple minutes of conversation like this that he's actually driving, and he turns around and grabs a hold of the steering wheel. Well, you all quit distracting me. I've got to drive.
I'll hold your face. And Saris grabs the side of his face and just points it in the direction of where he's driving. There. Assistance.
All right, then you guys, in pretty much no time, you are pulling up outside Lost Horizons, and you can kind of hear the thump of the music from outside. Doop, 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 doop. I actually have music for it, and I'm going to put it on a loop this time.
Somebody scream!
Right as you enter into the club, you notice that there's a couple of elves. One of them is smoking some kind of narcotic. His eyes kind of rolled back, and she's kind of like hugged around him, dancing with him. Right as you move into the doorway there, you look all around through the club. You can see holographic images. They shoot them out over the dance floor, and lots of mist, lots of strobe lights. Straight back, all the way back, you can see two bartenders. One is an orc, one is an elf, and they seem to be tending to all of the patrons there. All throughout the club, it's pretty packed. There's more than actually shown here on the board here, but what would you guys like to do? Oh, and you knowing about the club, I think it was Vega.
Yes.
Vega, you know that there's a guy named Jimmy Smalls that runs the place. You know that he's pretty bad. He deals with some gangs and stuff, but you don't know too much about him.
Okay. So
The screen is black.
Vega just goes walking up to through the front door unless he's going to be stopped.
Oh, thank you.
His head's nodding to the music, sunglasses on. He reaches for a cigarette and puts it in his mouth. Reaches for his back pocket, pulls out his lighter and snaps it against his leg, his thigh, till a flame shoots up and his face is covered in an orange light as he sucks in and lights his cigarette, the crackling of ash in his ears. And he looks around the club, nodding his head, takes a drag, lets out the smoke. The smoke catches in the laser lights flashing across the floor. Oh, I think we're in the right place now, lads. We are definitely in the right place now.
Let's just find Trip and get out of here. These lights. Ugh. All this is disgusting. Biologics and your dancing.
Music's just a little loud, lass. I can't hear. You got to speak up.
Okay, and Saris will put her face right next to Vega's. It's disgusting.
Disgusting. That's a right way to describe this place. Disgusting. I love it. You're right.
You fit in very well here.
And Vega just kind of pushes his way through the crowd and walks in. He belongs here.
Saris will kind of stick to the edges and, wallflower and just trying to look for Trip. Focus on that goal.
Excellent. Can you make a perception check, please? And you guys are free to place your miniatures wherever you would like to actually go to.
The screen is black.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh man, I see nothing.
Yeah, I still see parts of the last screen
I got it.
on the street. I'm not sure if it's the dynamic light.
There we
No,
go.
no, I see stuff.
Oh, can you see?
Yeah, I'm good.
Wonder
Oh,
why.
I see. The screen is just so big that I was lost.
Okay, are you guys good? You can see?
Yeah.
I think I have global illumination on, so it should be.
Yeah, I can see it as well.
Yep,
Okay,
just
awesome.
reloading my screen.
Very nice. It's a cool
No
map.
one better
That's
try
cool.
to dance with me.
Cool bar.
And their perception roll, D9 gets a 3.
Yep, she
Alright,
sees
okay.
something.
Yeah, you're looking around. You're probably too disgusted by
It is disgusting. Ugh.
so many biologicals writhing upon each other.
Mutt would be kind of in the corner here, observing the entire area. Just observing, but kind of like deep observation, not getting sucked into the gyrating bodies and the loud music and the strobe lights and the smoke. That was my observation goal.
Awesome. That's a good observation roll. Looking throughout the club, you notice that You're not able to pick out anybody that looks like Trip, but you do notice that this table over here, there is a large human. He's got a data display visor over one eye, and he looks to be like he's smiling over there, smoking a cigar. He also has an elf wearing a deep hood sitting next to him, and this is this table over here, if you guys can see that there. It looks like he's got 2 security guys with him, maybe bodyguards. He definitely looks like somebody important, and he could be doing a transaction. He's got his computer set up on the table there. Looks like he's punching away on the keys. Pretty much everybody in the crowd here on the dance floor is just dancing, either drugged out or drinking and talking. The bar is mostly filled with humans. There's a couple of Skog in there, which are almost like a beastkin type of race. There is a security guard over here who is a bog croll. That's the name of the race, which are like ogres. He's a really big dude, probably about 9 foot tall. He's got his arms crossed over his chest, and he seems to be guarding the back entrance over here. Yeah, other than that, you can't pull any other information out. You can see, like, in the shadows, there's a couple people doing drug deals here and there, but nothing important for you, really.
Mutt will get on his internal comms and he says, Aramil, Ceras, there seems to be some sort of data transaction happening, and he kind of gives them a general location of that. Unclear whether they're connected to Mr. Tripp, but they seem to have the right signature about him.
We could investigate.
Aramil, do you believe that you can get a sense of what's happening there? Maybe hack the data streams or something of that sort?
I think that is a possibility, definitely. I just have to get at least set up with a good vantage point, and just to be able to see what exactly they're doing, and then as far as actually hacking into something, I'm not entirely sure, but kind of figure something out.
Mutt's gonna make his way to the table behind here and then just kind of plonk down and keep an eye on those guys.
Sit in one of the booths over there? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's Vega at? Where are you at?
Vega is at the bar talking to this very, very cute bartender.
And Vega, did you make a perception roll? Oh, yeah.
I did. It was an 8, so that makes it a 6.
Not bad. You actually got it. Jimmy Smalls. That's him over there at that table. At the table
that's making a deal?
Yeah, it seems like Mutt might have found him already, but that's definitely Jimmy Smalls. You identify him.
So I go ahead and identify him for Mutt, and to let him know. Hey, Mutt. That right there, that's Jimmy Smalls. He's the one that runs this joint here. He's over there at that table. He's making a deal right now. Only kind of deal he'd be making is a big deal. So, if it's got anything to do with what we've been up to, you would know. Either he's in on it, or he's around it. But I'd venture to guess he knows something about it, no matter what.
Well, that is some fortunate news after this unfortunate day. The question is, how do we approach Mr. Smalls? I do not wish to engage with his entire retinue right there.
Well, I don't know how you're gonna approach him. I guess you just walk up to the table and say, "Hey, Jimmy Smalls, I got a question for you." And then you ask him your question. And then if he wants to tell you an answer, he's gonna tell you an answer. If he's not, well, then he won't. Either way, it's the start of a conversation. In any case, this young lass over here is getting me a drink.
Yeah, you can see she turns towards you after serving another customer, and she says, "What can I get for you, love?"
Whiskey and a beer. That's all I need. Maybe that and your number.
Make a charisma check. She says, that'll be 15 credits. And she gives you a smile, you know. It's a nice smile. Seems to concentrate a little bit more on you and slides the drink over towards you. And she says, maybe if you stick around.
Oh, definitely, lass. I'll stick around. And he slides 20 credits over.
She's like, oh. She takes it and smiles.
Question:
And,
what is parapsychology? Parapsychology, I guess, not parapsychology. Hello?
I think he's working on the dude's token.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Ah. There's a token down there now, I see it.
So while that's all going on, Vega turns around and leans back on the bar, takes a shot of his whiskey, puts a cigarette in his mouth, and takes a sip of his beer. Nodding his head, sunglasses still on his face.
And Ceres is just still kind of patrolling the dance floor in the area. Matt, do you need me to back you up?
Yes, I cannot see any other way than direct engagement with this Mr. Smalls. If things go south, yes, I will need you watching my back.
On my way. Do you want me to sit with you?
No, not too close. I would like him to think that I'm alone and vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And if he does make a move, then you would see it coming much further away than if you were right by me.
I will hang with this gyrating crowd. Gross.
Yes, the biologics' propensity to gyrate and rub bodies and grind nether regions is illogical, most illogical.
It's disgusting. Ugh.
They then proceed to excrete large amounts of salty brine-like liquids that is then proceeds to mix with whatever enhancing scents that they wear. It is most overwhelming.
Your descriptions are also disgusting. Why do you do this to me?
You both know you're still on comms, right?
Yes.
Was that a question?
Vega just shrugs his shoulders and takes a drink.
You do not argue our logic. Therefore, you agree with it, yes? I take that as yes.
Oh,
they're
you're
trying
talking
to
to me. Talking to me. Oh, sorry, I was too busy. I was too busy enjoying myself to listen to you.
That is alright. I think these people are trying to touch me. I'm going to back away. They keep trying to dance upon me. Please hurry and figure out what this is before I start shooting people. Oh, hello.
Out of character, are we just waiting for TD right now?
I think so.
Rogue, you there?
Oh, I think he had a.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Oh,
Yeah, now we
can.
can hear.
Sorry. Yeah, I was muted again because of
Okay.
the. You notice a character come moving across the floor, wearing a broad-brimmed hat. He walks over to the table over at Jimmy Smalls, and he slides some sort of chip across the table towards him. Jimmy Smalls laughs, picks it up, and puts it in his computer, and then slides what seems to be a stack of credits across the table to him. This guy here, and he pockets the credits and starts to converse with one of the guys sitting at the table there. Is Aramel, did he drop? Was he doing some computer searching or?
I'm not sure.
He
Yeah,
said
what
he
happened to the dude?
said be right back, but then he's not here.
Yeah, he said he couldn't control his token or something like that. But we'll put him over here in the corner. On his comm lab. I guess he'll be searching for what he was doing last time, was searching for any information, I guess, on his comm lab.
Yeah. So I think I had asked him if it's possible to, if there are any like data streams that he could hack into. Wait, where did Jimmy Smalls disappear to? Oh shit.
Jimmy Smalls is still up there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, this lighting is kind of getting really annoying right now. Is this Jimmy Smalls? The guy who looks like a
Yeah.
clown? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the guy who was sitting here at one point was Jimmy Smalls. Okay, cool.
Oh, if you guys need to, you can we can alter your lighting off of there.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, I'm sorry if it's still on there. I thought that the entire room was kind of illuminated for you.
No, the room's dark, except for where we turn
Oh,
our
mine's
flashlights on.
light, but it only like illuminates like characters.
Oh Jesus,
when I
that's
look at
horrible.
them.
Yeah, let me go through here real quick.
It
Sorry
might
about that,
look
guys.
around to see
No problem.
Yeah, if you can, do you guys know how to change the setting of your lighting?
So for
Or is-
that,
You just double click on the token, I think, and go to advanced, or do you guys have control of that? at
oh
all?
no, you as a
You
GM,
do
you
that.
have control over that. We don't.
Okay. Wow, sorry about that, guys.
It's
No,
okay.
no, we can wait. We're waiting for TD to come back.
Here I am thinking you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing. Alright, let me see if this works for you. This would be on Cypher's character.
Yes. That worked for me. I can see now everything without having
I
to
can
turn
see clearly now. The rain.
Jesus.
So basically, what that forces you to do is you have to keep rotating your token every time you want to see what you want to show us. So
Yeah, it's like the flashlight was still on.
Yeah,
Now we
that
have to
sucks.
rotate our token to see anything.
That sucks. Sorry about that, guys. I'm like, yeah, you guys can see the whole club. That's cool. My bad. There we go. That's for
Beautiful.
Saris.
I see everything.
So, much not wanting to lose that opportunity there, starts walking up to right here, stands a respectable distance away from the table, and I believe I am addressing a Mr. Smalls, a Mr. Jimmy Smalls.
He looks over at you. He's like, yeah, I'm Smalls. Who wants to know?
Well, Mr. Smalls, I am called Mutt, Mr. Mutt, and I am interested in seeking a specific individual. I was hoping someone like you would be able to help me in this endeavor.
He's like, well, around here, you need credits to find out information like that. He's like, who
Oh
you
my
looking
god,
for?
I can see everything now.
This individual I'm looking for goes by the name Trip.
He kind of sits back, blows a stream of smoke, and he says, yeah, I know who Trip is.
When he says that, could I roll perception to see his demeanor? If there was...
Yes, you can actually roll observation if you like.
Oh, observation. Awesome. I'll go for that. Oh, 12.
Oh,
wait,
nice.
wait, why did... wait. Why is this rolling? Oh, okay, good. Yes, perfect.
Yeah, you can definitely tell by the look on his face. He seems a little bit worried that you would actually bring up the name Trip. But he says, yeah, I know Trip. If you want some information about it, it's going to cost you, though.
I am listening. What are the terms of this agreement? What would be the number of credits you would like to get for this information?
He's like, 5,000 credits. I can tell you where exactly you can find him.
5,000 credits. Calculating. Please give me a moment.
You notice at that time, the guy with the broad-brimmed hat seems to take this time to leave.
And Darius is actually going to, like with Vega, start kind of intercept him and grab him by the shoulder. Hello. How are you doing?
And Vega, he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out his pistol and sticks it in his ribs. I don't know where you're going, but I think we need to have a talk.
I think so too.
You can see like he turns his face very angry like, and he immediately tries to backhand you and tries to kick Sarah at the same time, you know what I mean? Like a really quick attack. He's just unleashes it. This one's first at Vega. 9. This is his backhand. You quickly dodge it, like, or block it with your arm there, and then here's the kick attack at Saris.
I'm rolling terribly.
And is 12 damage to Saris.
Is it the 10 or the 13?
The 10, yeah.
Okay.
So it barely, like, he hits you in the helmet, you know, with his kick, and it just barely, like, jostles you to the side. What do you guys want to do? Zypher, you notice the bodyguard starts to stand up too.
Ah, Mr. Smalls, I believe that is not necessary. I believe you were in the middle of a transaction.
Alright, go
As
ahead
he
and roll
goes to try and backhand me and kick at Saris, Vega wants to try and like grab his hand and spin him around, put him in a headlock, and start pulling him towards these restrooms over here.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and this is going to be an unarmed attack. And it will be 2 actions you'll be using to try kind of like a pin maneuver. Is that if that's what you're trying to do?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. You'll
Can
be
I
using both your actions to try
Can I
that.
assist him? as well?
Yes, you can also do that.
Does that give me a modifier for the assistance?
No.
So we're both, what is it, unarmed attack
Oof,
then?
Jesus.
Yeah, it's going to be an unarmed attack roll.
Alright.
Oh!
Damn. Oh.
Oh, wait, that's
that's
dude.
terrible.
Oh, crap.
What did you roll as?
All right, he dodges Vega's move, and
Sarah's move.
Sarah's move, also a pin attack. He dodges that as well. Let's everybody roll a niche.
All right.
Because it looks like it's about to go down, and we're running out of time too. Oh, I gotta erase these old initials here. All right, was that Saris first?
Mm-hmm. Sarah's first.
Well, you can put it in the order that was rolled.
Yeah. There we go. Vega,
There.
Saris, Mutt, Aramel. Wonder why it doesn't do that automatically.
There's a way to do it automatically.
I just don't have it.
Yeah, that's
My
fine.
roll 20 foo is not badass yet. All right, Vega, you get to go first. You notice that they're starting to dance on the dance floor with this guy.
So with the strobe lights beating down and everyone kind of distracted by the music, Vega wants to kick the back of his leg since he's standing there to kind of knock him to his knees down on the ground.
All right, cool. And this will be a. You can do a single action or you can do a rage attack for 2 actions, which will actually do ×2 damage if you hit. You know what I'm saying? With your 2 actions.
I mean, it's less about damage, more as trying to just
You're just trying
restrain.
to take him to the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then that'll be your single action roll.
Unarmed attack.
Correct.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
This guy jumps over it. He seems to have some sort of martial arts training as well. He jumps over the attack, and you can do another attack if you want.
So Vega goes to kick the back of his legs, his knees, push him down on the ground. He kind of jumps and sidesteps that, and as he's doing that, Vega tries to just hit him in the chest and knock him down.
Okay. That one hit us. Go ahead and roll the unarmed damage. And this is armor defeating since he rolled a natural 1. All right, you hit him. It doesn't have enough power to knock him to the ground. You can actually burn 2 frenzy and hit him again if you want to. burn 2 and do a rage attack if you want to, or whatever. Hit him 2 more times.
I'll burn 2 and do a rage attack.
There we go.
So I hit him, and he kind of staggers just a little bit, but stays up.
Correct.
So with that, Vega, he's upset and he's angry. So he just kind of takes a step back and then swings at him right into his chest with all his strength, pushing off with his right leg. And what does that give me as far as modifiers?
No modifiers. It'll just deal ×2 damage if you hit.
So just a regular unarmed attack again?
Correct. Until you get a special
Oh my
ability or
God.
talent. Does it? Oh.
But Vega's got that beat in his ear.
Yeah. All right, you come in with the next attack, and he throws some kind of kung fu, slaps to the side. And then whose turn is it after that? It would be Saris.
So Saris is gonna try and go in for the grapple again. Try to pin him down.
All right, 2-action grapple.
Alright.
With all the strobe and laser light, this just looks like dancing
Ugh.
out here.
Yeah.
It really does. Everyone. Crap. Ah, yes.
Nice. All right, you grab a hold of him and kind of throw him into a lock. And you can actually make a strength check now. Or a dexterity check, depending on what you want to do. You can do a strength or a dex. It's up to you.
Let me do a strength check.
And he's going to try to resist with his dexterity to kind of break out of it before he gets totally locked.
Mm-mm.
And you rolled an 8,
Yeah.
and he rolls a 4. Nice. You've got him pinned right now. People are starting to move out of the way and starting to take notice. Aramil is next. Aramil is over in the bathroom. Is that where you are?
I don't know.
Did you want me? Oh, there he is. I see him in the room here, right?
I see Aramil in multiple places.
I think this is just a. I think this is
TD's
just some
not
other
here
token. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
TD, can you hear us? We can't hear you.
TD?
TD? You there?
Buddy? Well, as before Aramal, she'll kind of put the hatted man into kind of a full Nelson there and just like locking her arms around his neck and just holding his arms up. All right, Svega, take off the hats when you can.
You can hear he's like, get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. And he's struggling around. And about that time is when that bodyguard, you can tell he's standing up, about to do something. Mutt, you have the chance to act before he does, though. This guy right here, he seems to be getting up out of the booth right here and moving this way.
Okay. I know you don't have it yet, but at this point, Mutt's kind of had it enough. He pulls out the submachine gun and keeps it low to his hip, and he says, "I wouldn't do that if were you. Please take a seat. I was trying to do a transaction with Mr. Smalls here."
You can see, looks down at the gun and stops moving at about that time. You also notice somebody else is coming out of the back room there, out from behind the that same place the guy with the hat did.
You mean here?
Over here. Looks like he might have some backup coming.
Wait,
If you
sorry.
can
1 minute.
Can you see that bling over there?
Ah, yes, there, yes.
Yeah, the same place the guy with the hat came.
Ah, okay.
The guy with the hat's like, "What do you want?"
Well, first, let's take off that hat of yours, Vega.
And Vega just snatches it off his head.
All right, you can see underneath he's a human. He's got long hair, Asian descent. He says, "If you're looking for Trip, you're never gonna get him. He's gonna tear you apart."
Oh, and what says that we won't tear you apart?
He says, "Let me go now. Let me go now, and you might live." gonna
Tell us
change
where
it.
Trip is.
He looks over to that back room beyond the bouncer, where this other fellow starts to come out.
Ah, thank you. And she lets him go. My
And Vega
apologies.
cracks him in the head with his pistol.
Oh,
Like, hits him, not shoots him.
Right. You can actually roll a d12 damage on him to bring his HP down a little bit more.
Go.
Hey, can you hear us? I heard somebody.
TD. There, buddy.
Damn, dude, you gotta get something going on with that.
Internet.
The internet, or yeah, probably the internet, I guess, huh?
Would it have anything to do with like the room and stuff being?
No.
Nah.
No.
It's TD's internet.
I was wondering.
Oh, he's in a hotel.
Oh my goodness.
All right. You let him go, and then Vega, plap, you hit him with the butt of the gun.
Yep, I did 6.
6 damage to him.
And then I just kind of push him off to the. Actually, no. I hold on to his collar. I don't push him off to the side. I hold on to his collar. He's not going anywhere just yet.
Cool. And you start to see not only there's that small green-skinned fellow coming out of there. He looks like he's reaching for a weapon, and people are starting to move out of the way. You also notice one following behind him. A female wearing a hood, and your friend Trip steps out from the doorway as well.
What?
Making our job easy. Locked and loaded, Vega.
You can tell people are like moving out of the way, kind of off the dance floor. Now they're starting to notice you guys weren't dancing. And Trip steps up and he says, "Who the fuck are you guys?" And pulls out a baseball bat with nails sticking through it.
You don't remember us, Trip. I am highly offended.
He's like, "Saris? Oh, Alliance sent their lapdogs after me, huh?"
Well, you stole
He starts
something.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you stole something of theirs, and well, we missed you.
He's like, "Well," puts his hand out and the bat out, and he's like, "You're gonna have to come and get it." And he smiles.
I do like doing things the hard way. And Sarah's will pull out her shotgun.
Awesome. All right, let's Let's do this initiative thing.
Again?
Yeah, let's do a new initiative and see if I can do it right this time here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Time to go take a leak. Be right back.
Quick 5.
Well, god damn it. Every time it's just about to get good, you all have to go run off.
Damn biologics.
Goddamn biologics.
You're one of them.
Oh yeah, that's right. I guess I should go take a piss as well. Ah. Be right back, lass.
I'm gonna go empty the cartridges.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, I'm back. Is anyone else back?
No. Oh, there's
Okay.
that crack. Oh,
Did you hear the crack?
I did. Release the Kraken.
Well, we all in a club, aren't we?
True.
You've got to blend. It's called blending. That's all I'm doing. It's for the mission.
I was getting that number for the mission too.
Fuck
Oi.
Discord.
That was a contact.
There he is. There he
Fuck.
is.
Discord's a pile of dick.
There's the elf.
I've got a pile of dick for you.
Yeah, you
All
would.
2 inches.
2.5.
That is
Okay.
quite a pile.
Back.
All right.
Wait,
Oh, there we
you
go.
guys were trash
There you go.
talking?
Yes.
Oh, you
Talking about
morons. Okay, I need to tell
biggest
that we were recording that. All right. Okay.
Oh, it was me getting my frustrations out. I had to close Discord on my computer. Break out the old tablet.
Okay, you guys good?
Yeah.
We good?
Alright,
Sorry.
We're
Sorry.
all here.
and resume.
All right. Sorry about that. And Trip and the bad guys are going to go at 7. So I'm just going to have to move Vega up to 9. And then, so it's going to be Saris, Vega, and then Trip and the bad guys, and then Mutt and Aramel. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, they all start to bust out weapons, and Saris, you get to go first.
Okay.
You were pulling out your shotgun, I believe.
Mhm. Yeah, she's got her shotgun out. And let's see. What is the range on the shotgun there?
You actually have 20 hexes, I believe, on the shotgun, so you're pretty good.
Cool. You want to turn up the music there? I can hear it in the background. Here you go. So she's actually going to use this person here as cover. And she's going to shoot at Trip there.
Nice.
Oh, alright.
Do you want to do a single or a dead eye?
Oh, a deadeye.
And that is a 14.
Mhm.
Trip has a +1 to defend. Oh, nice. So the attack pretty much blows into the bar behind Trip, almost killing somebody back there. You can actually burn 2 frenzy and try it again if you like.
Oh, I will. Let's try this again. Need to hit. Come on. Oh, God.
Oof.
Oh no.
No, and garbage. Straight trash.
Oh my god!
Oh.
That is armor defeating too.
2
Mm.
1s. Oh my god.
Nice. Alright, so your shotgun just blows into his chest there, and Trip flies back onto the ground and slides a couple of feet.
So, Saris will use actually this bystander. She'll kind of put her foot on the woman's back and actually use her head as kind of a tripod there. Because the woman's shaking so bad, the first shot kind of misses there, but she kind of kicks her a little bit harder before shooting again and eliminating Trip there. Thank you.
Nice. Alright, cool. Vega is up.
Vega still holding onto the collar of this other person. I can't move them both, but what he's doing is he's holding onto the collar, pushing him forward in front of him as he takes a few steps, and he's next to Sarah over here, with that guy still in front of him, using him as a body shield, while firing his pistol at this one that came out.
Okay, cool.
So much for Trip killing us, huh?
Alright.
No, she'll say that to Shifter there. Nice.
Grizzle's gonna try to defend, but he is not successful in that.
We need that song on a loop,
Yeah,
Rogue.
we do.
Oh, let me do this. Let me take care of that for you guys.
The little arrows that point to each other. That's the loop.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You need to have playlists set up. You just have those on there too.
Cool. Thank you guys. Alright. Single shot hits. And 9mm damage is 13. Alright. The first round, you definitely want to shoot again, right? Rips into
Yes.
him. Does not kill him. Does not knock him on the ground.
And then he grabs the guy in front of him, kind of shakes him, puts him in position, steadies the pistol on his shoulder, and fires again.
Oh, it's a hit. 17 more damage. That one hits him in the, that actually takes him out. What does that look like?
So, as he steadies his pistol on the shoulder and starts firing at him, or at the other person who came out of that room with Trip, unfortunately, it's just an assumption that they were with Trip. But no matter what, they needed to go down because they were possibly an obstacle towards us. So he goes in and fires and just pulls the trigger, fires, and it just kind of hits shoulder, and then finally hits one in the neck, the artery, and just kind of squirts out there a little bit, and whoever that is falls to the ground.
Nice. And is that it for you?
That's it for me.
All right, it is Trip and the bad guys. Well, Trip's not doing much of anything anymore.
That shotgun is nasty.
It is. It is. I'm like, should I have given to the low level? You guys have been like maxing dice though, like crazy. That gun was not supposed to blast you so horribly.
That was brutal.
All right, she takes a few steps over there, and with her pistol out, she is going to fire. You're actually getting +4 cover from this female right here that you got holding there.
From your human shield.
So if the hit goes within that 4 cover, it's going to hit her. So here we go. This the attack is coming at Saris, and it's a 9. So you get to add up 4 to your defense, your physical defense.
Perfect.
Cool. It totally flies past up into the roof. And
She
here's
actually-
another Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say she actually like grabs the woman by the hair and pulls her slightly out of the way so the bullet whizzes by. It's the
Nice.
first one.
And there's a second shot.
Go.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Pulls her the other way.
Nice.
Yanking her around by her hair.
She's useful. I can't have her die. She uses my tripod.
Oh, behind us.
You notice this guy, he jumps out of the booth, and the booth, did I say booth? He jumps out of the booth, and you can see some magic start to curl down his hands there, and he is going to
Ooh.
fire towards Vega's back.
Oh.
It seems to be some sort of orb made of like flames.
How do I defend against this?
This is going to be a normal physical defense, actually.
Physical defense?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
And that one hits you. With spellcasters, the damage is multiplied by their level. And he is only a level 2, so you're only going to get a d8 times 2 from this spell. Hopefully he doesn't max it, though. All right, 14. It's going to be 14 fire damage. I don't believe you have any fire resistance, so it's going to go just straight onto you.
Oh, wow. It's straight minus 14.
Yeah. If you have any toughness, you can take that off, but I don't believe you have any toughness because you have a 13 body. All right, so the fire orb blows into your back, and does that knock you down? Yeah, you're...
Oh, it does, yeah. I'm 12.
Okay, it throws you to the ground, which kind of makes you let go of Shifter there. And then he's going to throw one more at Saris. One more of those fire orbs.
God, what were you guys doing over there when this was happening?
Yeah.
Aramil and Mutt?
There were some flowers over here I took some time to smell.
Dodge.
Nice. The fire orb flies past you guys, and Sifter is going to. He's going to try to rage attack, spin kick, Saris. And he's pulling out a machete at the same time. So here comes his spin kick. Bloop.
Oh. Ha!
Oh, nice. You actually rolled a natural 20 to defend, which means you get an instant attack back at him.
Okay. So it's just a regular
Yeah, single attack, actually, so you couldn't do it.
Shoot his ass.
music.
Grab his scrote.
I don't know if that's gonna hit, but
Right. Right? He's in the... Okay, actually, something I forgot to tell you, too. You're at point-blank range with him as well with your shotgun, so that's going to give you an extra +2, so you're actually at 10 to hit him.
Cool.
So he spin kicks, and you dodge that, and then you take a shot at him, but he slaps it away with his hand. You end up like shooting the ceiling, and then with his two frenzy, he's going to try to rage attack, stab you with that machete.
This little fucking guy is wily.
Yeah. Jesus.
He's like a little Jackie Chan guy over here. Wait, I rolled the damage. Sorry about that.
I know what to expect at least.
Haha! Alright, here it comes.
Oh.
Rage attack.
Loop, bro.
Oh.
Loop. This song on loop.
So
during
takes
this combat, this song on loop.
She takes her shotgun that is kicked to the ceiling, and as he's bringing down the machete to try to hit her, she uses the shotgun to parry his machete away.
Nice.
Nice. Use the shotgun to knock his machete away.
Well, just a parry. Not to disarm.
All right, that is it for the bad guys because Smalls is just sitting there watching. So it is now Mutt's turn.
Kill that sorcerer.
Mutt turns around and submachine attack on the sorcerer.
Oh god, nice.
just crack, crack.
And he rolls a 10. You got him.
Can you tell me what the damage is for the submachine? Because I just
it is
copied.
actually.
Is it 3d10 exploding +2?
Yeah, 2d10. It would be your perception bonus. So no, it's actually going to be 2d10. Do you have a shot damage modifier? I'm checking your character sheet real quick.
Yeah, I just copied my 9mm attack, 9mm damage over. So
okay.
I just need the damage roll for the submachine.
All right, let me see. What is your perception after it? I'm pulling up your character sheet right now.
Perception is at 20.
Okay, yes. So yeah, you're correct. It's gonna be 2d10 +2.
Wait, so it's weaker than my 9mm pistol? Oh shit.
Well, it's actually gonna do ×2 damage though.
Ooh, yes. Okay. 2d10 exploding +2. Okay, fine. Here we go.
And then ×2 multiplier.
2 multiplier. What?
A couple rounds fly past him, barely nicking him. And you can actually do that again if you want.
Yes, I'm gonna do that again.
Do
Oh,
it. Do it. Oh.
The rounds fly past him. You can burn frenzy if you like.
oh yes, I'm gonna burn frenzy for this. Oh god.
And with the burst weapon, if you want to, you can combine 2 actions to make it a heavy burst.
You mean I can combine two frenzies for a heavy burst?
Correct. At one target, it would do ×5 damage.
Yes, I'm gonna do well. I already rolled it, so
All right, yeah. Yeah, you already rolled it. You can go ahead and do it again if you want to do another short burst.
okay.
I don't want to steal it from you there.
Final one.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh,
Man, you unloaded at him too.
you are bad with that machine gun.
I was
It's
much
just-
better with the fucking 9mm. Oh god.
You whip it out kind of quickly and
Just lose
Two of the
control
rounds.
of it.
and he's still standing up, and it is now Aramil.
Yep, so that's this guy right here. Yeah.
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 Alright, so can I make a move at him and then swing and pull my I guess my dagger and stab at him?
Correct. Yeah, you can pull your dagger for 1 action, and then when
Okay.
you get to him, you can either stab him with a single action, or you could burn a frenzy and make it a rage attack, which means you get 1 attack roll, but if it hits, it does ×2 damage.
Alright, let's do that. So roll up over there. That's just my melee attack then?
I think you might have a dagger attack roll. I think should have one. Oh, yeah, melee attack. It might be called melee attack.
Yeah. Alright. Let's just see what that does.
No, that one's the.
No, that's unarmed.
Let's see. Okay, it's the Athame attack. Sorry,
Right, but there's no button for it.
should be the 3rd one, top row. The 3rd one.
Third one, top row.
Athame
Yeah,
attack.
no, I see what you're talking about, but I don't see an attack for it.
Yeah, there's dagger attack roll.
The dude dagger attack roll. It's called Athame attack. The button up there. If you can't find the button, you can look at your character sheet there.
Oh. No, the sheet's making it worse. Yeah, so. Oops.
Okay, there we go. Awesome. Natural 1. You stabbed him with a rage attack with a dagger, and that's going to be the button right next to it. Athame damage, and you can put a 2 in there for the multiplier. $12. All right.
Flame damage.
That one knocks him to the ground, though, and because it was armor defeating, and it's over his body attribute. You can burn 1 more frenzy and try to stab him 1 more time if you want to, or you can use your spell and blast him with an electrical bolt.
Yeah, so what would that one be? That's the EMP orb?
Yeah, that's the EMP orb.
EMP orb is the only one I see is for damage. EMP orb damage.
Let me pull it up again. There's your buttons are. EMP. Oh, sorry. It would have been helpful for me to go over these with you guys and tell you it's a silver spell cast. I combined all your silver spells into that one button for casting them.
Okay.
Silver spell cast button. So awesome. There you go. 16. He's actually -1 to dodge because he's on the ground now. And laying prone. So he rolls a 13 and gets hit. Now when you do the EMP orb damage, it's going to pop up. You put a 2 in the multiplier and hit enter.
Okay, so that's 8 then.
Oh, okay, cool. 8. Alright, he is still alive, but go ahead, what's that look like?
Okay, so I just see Mutt firing off sporadically at this guy after having watched this mage fire off some spells. So I quickly run over, stab him in the side, and as he's dropping to the ground, I shoot this small orb into him. And you said he's still alive?
Yeah, he's hurt pretty bad, but he's alive.
And as he's dropping to the ground, he's clutching at his side. He gets hit with this extra blast, and he hits the ground with a little bit extra force, and he's just coughing and sputtering up blood.
Nice. And now it is Sarah's again.
All right. So Saris will again press her shotgun into Shifter's chest there, and she's gonna still do that dead eye there. So, and do I get another +2? Because he's point blank.
Yes, you do.
Ah! My goodness.
Let's see if you can Jackie Chan it.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
He kicks it out of the way. You shoot up into the roof again.
Use that frenzy again.
Yeah, you can do 2 frenzy and do another dead eye if you like.
I want to hit him. Come on!
Oh,
Oh my
man.
god! This is brutal.
Boom, boom. He's like grabbing control of your shotgun or something, making you fire to the ceiling. It's Vega's turn.
yeah. As he's pushing the shotgun out of the way, and he grabs it and points it at the ceiling to fire. Vega, instead of kicking him and punching him, says, "Oh, hey, fuck this!" and he starts firing right into his chest and his rib cage. And it's point blank.
Yeah, point blank, you're going to get a +2. Bam, got him. Oh. All right, you want to fire again?
I'm gonna fire again. And he fires into him, and the shots hit, and he sees him kind of like rattled and his body convulsing, and he just continues to fire.
God, yeah, I got him again. Nice. Blap, blap. Gonna burn a frenzy? He's looking pretty messed up.
Yeah, I will go ahead.
He's doing
and
the
frenzy.
He's doing the
And
bullet boogie.
Vega stands there and sees him get hit, his shoulder, his leg, part of his belly, and he falls to the ground. And Vega finally puts 2 hands on his pistol, legs spread halfway open, both hands on his pistol pointing down at this guy, and just fires and fires and fires.
Oh, dang.
Nice. I think again, like better with each shot. Got him again.
He shoots him and he shoots him and he shoots him and he doesn't stop and he just keeps shooting him.
He's dead, he's dead.
Jump out of the way of this, you asshole.
Good job.
Alright. And that's it for Vega, huh?
And that's it for Vega.
Alright. This one. She takes off running. She's actually headed for the door. Oh, they changed the spacebar thing, huh?
It's Q now.
Yeah, hit Q and
Q.
keep Q pressed and then move the token.
Okay. 6 hexes. There we go. So she runs to that. She's obviously running for the door, but she's firing her pistol as she's running. So she's going to get a minus to hit. But she's firing once at Vega. Actually, twice at Vega, burning her 2 frenzy. Her final 2 frenzy, I believe. And firing 2 at Saris. She has minus to hit, though. So... that is a 9 at Vega.
Vega gets done firing at this guy on the ground and sees this woman running off to the side of him. And she blindly starts firing at him, and he just kind of ducks out of the way. But not fast enough.
So close.
His sunglasses are on, and it's a little dark inside, and he just kind of misjudges. Catches him in the shoulder and does a whole lot of damage.
19 minus your 10, you take 9.
9. Not enough to knock me down, though.
No, she fires one more time. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put the minus 2 in there. That's actually a 4. Alright, Vega, you gotta dodge a 4 on that one.
Doc.
Yarp.
Doc?
Oh,
You
that was
gotta
at me? I thought that was sorry, that was at Sarah.
No.
The second shot was at you.
Okay. So
Dodge a 4.
Dodge a
Dodge a
6?
4.
Or 4?
Still with his sunglasses slightly askew, got hit in the shoulder and kind of whipped around. He sees her starting to fire again and tries to push himself out of the way.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, and two lazy shots as she's running, coming at Saris. Hopefully she doesn't hit. Yeah, that's a 6. Oh, God. So that's an armor defeating shot, so you don't get any armor from this damage.
Damn, she just took off running and firing and hitting. Holy shit.
That one knocks you to the ground.
Ooh. So, Vega getting hit in the shoulder there and then dodging the second one. Saris was still kind of focusing more on the dead shifter there, not super concerned about Angel, and was extremely caught off guard by the bullet flying towards her mask there and actually ripped through her helmet and into her cheek. causing her to stumble back and kind of back on her ass. She fell down there.
Oh, crap. And then the last round. The last round is a 15.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You get armor, though. You get armor. Let's hope the damage isn't...
Oh my god.
Oh, but luckily, that's what I got.
This is from a 9mm?
11.
They're just really good shots.
Doesn't do that much damage.
Because you're wearing sunglasses.
Nice.
Obscures your vision.
What's your armor? 13, is it?
13, so I take 11.
So you're...
I'm at 5.
Damn.
So, Angel being apparently the lucky shot, at least on Saris, that she is, her next bullet flies into the same hole that made in her mask and rips through her other cheek.
Awesome.
She rips off her helmet there and holds her face. Ah.
This angel girl is lucky.
Yeah, she is. And then the caster over there, little mage fight. He jumps up from the ground there, and he fires a spell at Aramil. He's gonna do his fire orb again. And you're just gonna use your physical defense to dodge the 13. Match or dodge.
I refuse to do either of those. And you're dead. Alright.
And you die. 12 fire damage. And he is pretty messed up. So he is going to try to make a run for it too, which causes him to get a pull-out attack. You can actually attack him with whatever manner you want to as he's trying to flee. Because if he doesn't, he's probably going to die.
Sweet roll.
Let's see. Okay, you're using the dagger. And he's kind of limping as he gets up and trying to run, throwing the spell into you, and then he takes off running. And you swipe at him. He's able to dodge it and keep running. And he looks back. And he fires another spell. This one's coming at Mutt. Mutt, you got a fire orb coming at you.
Okay.
Because you've got a horrible submachine gun.
Pretty good.
That's a natural 20 to defend. You got an instant attack back at him.
Okay.
Use that submachine gun.
Oh, nice.
Where is he shooting? Wildly into the crowd.
Yep.
Got him.
Nice.
Nice. He's dead. What's that look like?
So as he runs away, I kind of on the corner of my eye, I see that he hits Aramil, and then he lobs this fire orb at me. I duck in time, and then as I duck and get to go to a crouch to, have the fire orb miss me, from that crouch position, I open up the submachine gun and just basically chop his knees out under him.
Nice. And it is now Mutt's turn.
Oh shit, now it's your turn.
Yep.
Yeah, you actually killed that guy and his turn.
How many spaces you said in the move?
You can
6.
run.
3,
Yeah, you can run up to 8, I believe.
5, 6. I tell Aramil, keep an eye on smalls over here, and I believe I can move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I move there, and then I use the first 2 attacks for a penta damage. You said I can do something about the heavy fire, right?
Yeah, you can do a heavy burst, which
Yeah,
has
so this-
which has a -2 recoil modifier on it, but if you hit, it does ×5 damage.
Okay, so the -2 has been applied. Ooh.
Mutt just pulls the trigger and doesn't let off.
Oh. Yeah. Unless I roll a natural 1, Angel will dodge. Oh god, she rolls a natural 20. She's able to fire a shot at you.
You know, Angel's kind of a bitch. Just saying.
She fires a round at you. Actually, I'm going to give you a +2 cover from this girl right here, too.
Ah, awesome. So then she misses.
Cool.
Definitely
22.
misses.
Yeah.
Nice. And you can burn 2 frenzy.
Yep, so 2 frenzy. First attack normal. Oh god.
You need to get rid of that submachine gun, man.
Second attack normal. Alright.
Yeah, he got her. And this is ×2.
34.
Nice, 34. You mow her down. What does that look like? Oh,
So
she's
sorry.
actually barely hanging on to life. She's on the ground crawling. Go ahead and tell us.
So as she after I kill whatever this douchebag was, I run down and start shooting at Angel. The first one is a heavy press, and it kind of I don't handle the recoil very well. End up shooting the ceiling. Bits of ceiling pieces now start raining on me. The second shot misses because of all the debris all around me. She hits me. I am able to jump out of the way. Eventually, I kind of get my senses and just hone in on her physical form, and the final shot is just kind of across her torso, top left to bottom right, basically trying to cut her in half.
Nice. And as it looks, it is now Aramel's turn.
What's the range on my spell?
It's your willpower in inches or hexes. So your willpower attribute, I believe, is probably around 18, I think. So I'm pretty sure you can hit her if that's where you're going.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Willpower is 18.
Yeah, good.
Yep, it's 11 hexes, so you're good.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try to hit her.
Oh, nice. Almost a nat. And she is pretty messed up and crawling, so she is negative to defend. Yeah. And then she's hit. She's like, my luck ran out.
Wow.
That's actually ×2, isn't it? It is ×2
level 2
level. So.
Okay.
Was that put in?
Okay.
No,
it's
it wasn't.
6.
So it's 6.
Okay, cool. And 6 is enough to actually kill her, so what does that
Yay.
look like?
So, Aramil spins and sees Mutt shooting again with this submachine gun and just puts numerous bullets into her torso and leg and arm and whatever. Seeing her hit the ground, he just automatically assumes, no, she probably needs to die. And so you see this sort of beam of light that he shoots out, and it darts straight into her chest. And as soon as it makes contact, you see the light in her eyes just kind of fade, and she just goes still.
Awesome. And on that note, everybody is clearing out of the club. I mean, people are running and chaos ensues, no pun intended. And Smalls is still sitting there with a kind of grim look on his face, but still with his cigar. A little disappointed, but what are you guys going to do here to finish this up?
Mutt goes up to Saras. Is she still down?
Oh, she's on her ass right now. She's holding her face. She's got her helmet's like broken and kind of cast to the side there. And she looks up at Mutt and kind of gestures for the needles.
Yep, Mutt hands her a needle and he says, "This is getting to be repetitive. Second time I find you on your ass. Do something about it. The biologics are laughing at us." And then he kind of extends his hand down to help her up.
And she takes his hand while jabbing the needle into her neck and injecting the fluid there. Well, it's a good thing I don't care if they laugh or not. I don't know why you're so concerned.
Off in the distance, you hear laughter from Aramil, but it's only because he's actually making a joke to Vega. "You still didn't take your sunglasses off, you dumb son of a bitch."
And Vega kind of limps his way up to the table over here. "Yeah, well, for whatever reason, take my sunglasses off, I will. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep them on. Because, my life is so bright and all."
Oh, yes.
And he points his pistol at the fat man behind the table over here. "All right, well, why don't you just go ahead and give us what Trip was giving you?"
He's like, "Now there's no need any more violence. You've already shot up my club. Here, take the chip." And he slides it across the table.
And as he's sliding across the table, Vega slaps his hand down on top of it, still pointing his pistol. And he pulls the chip up. He looks at it. And then he speaks into the comms. "Mutt, Saras, one of you come over here. Is this the chip we need? Is this the V chip?"
Vega, I'm standing right here. I can look at it.
That's perfect.
"Yeah, but Horny, come on. Really?"
God.
"Well, all right, here, look at it. Is this the V chip?"
Aramil will take it and he looks it over briefly.
Indeed it is.
And he nods and kind of to confirm as he's just kind of looking it over front and back. And he just arcs an eyebrow and begins to walk past.
And Saris will, using her apparently amazing perceptive rolls, loot the bodies and see if they have any credits on them that she could take or anything useful technology.
Yes. Cool. Actually, everybody is going to get 10 cool points. And +1 for each kill.
Vega got 2 this time.
Got 1. I killed Trip. That's what mattered.
I killed
Um,
Angel. She was the one who gave everybody trouble.
Like she had
Winner,
something
winner.
watching over her or something.
Winner, chicken dinner.
there
I,
is
I
a
killed Jackie Chan.
there's a baseball bat with nails through it. There's a little child behind me. There's a 9mm. Actually, there's a couple of 9mm.
Okay, perfect. I'll definitely take those. Any
And-
weapons are coming with me.
And you can actually roll a D10 times 1,000 credit.
Times how many credits? Sorry.
Times 1,000.
100,000 million.
Ooh. 7? Listen.
Cool, 7,000 credits.
Mhm.
That's pretty much looted off all the bodies there.
In today's due to today's inflation and market and prices and everything, that's actually what it costs to fill up the gas tank in the van.
Yeah, you can buy a pack of cigarettes for that.
I
No,
will
uh,
never return.
This is the last pack, I swear.
No, that's actually not a bad haul. And you've got the chip, so you're going to get your 30,000 credits that you guys can split between yourselves.
Vega pulls out a crumpled pack of cigarettes from inside his coat pocket and pulls a cigarette out and smacks the butt of it against the pack to pack it. Puts it in his mouth. There's a little bit of blood splatter on it. Strikes his lighter up against his thigh. The flame comes out and he takes it and it crackles as he sucks in, takes a drag. I knew this was going to turn out all right. I just knew it was going to turn out all right. All right. Let's get in the van and go, folks.
Hmm.
And Saris will walk over and grab her broken helmet and kind of, she'll kind of itch the hair that she hasn't touched in a while. Or at least she hasn't had it out in a while. And first time for everything.
As Ceros gets there and Mutt's right on the other side, he looks up at Cheras, looks down at Angel's body, takes out his 9mm and shoots 2 more into her brains, and then starts walking out.
That's messed up.
It is just fucking beach.
And on that note, you guys leave the and win the day, completing the mission. So thank you guys for playing.
Thanks for
I'm going to stop the recording here.